What's up, you Super Bowl trailer-loving sons of bees? Welcome to this morning's episode of SEN Live. I'm John Rocha. I'm sitting in for Christian Harloff, who is handling stuff over there for the Schmoedown and a number of other places. And I'm joined this morning by the Kateest mom ever, who cheered her face off. I'm joined by Brett Sheridan, who knows exactly where Kansas City is. And my man over here, Ben Goddard, who's got a big match coming up against RB3, who's also man in the console and handling things. I can't wait to get into all of it. Join us now live. Let's do this.
Oh shit, here we go again.
SEN Live fans, what's going down? I'm John Rocha, sitting in for Christian Harloff, who's handling things on so many levels here today. I'm wearing the leather jacket. You know why? Because it's cold as nuts here in Los Angeles. It was 95 effing degrees this weekend, but no, today it's 42, and my balls are frozen. But to help me warm them up, I've got an awesome panel of guests today. Let's start first to my left, the beautiful and lovely and fully hydrated Kate Mulligan. How are you, Kate?
Probably not the first one you should have gone to about warming balls.
Yeah. I really thought he was going to throw it to me.
And over there bringing the comedy stylings straight from the Midwest. I don't know where he's from. Brett Sheridan, how are you?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Oh, you are?
Exactly.
Oscar? Yeah. Right on. I respect that. All right. Where's my corn, you SOB? And over there, the beautiful, look at that haircut. It's a millennial haircut. I respect it. Ben Goddard, how are you?
He gets prettier every day. It's
He does.
very weird.
Bonnie Somerville tweeted about you over the
I
weekend.
saw that. I saw her tweet. It was very nice.
How did you not drive over, man? Just like handle
I didn't see it till way later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
I'm
All right.
still bad. I'm a boomer when it comes to Twitter. Like
Wow.
You're better at Twitter than I am.
I've never
true.
heard this part of the song. This song,
Yeah,
this
it
song
go-
really. This song really.
David B
This
just
is a new
really
cut
went
for
for
me.
it.
Keeps going. Let's-
David B's the man.
Yeah.
Can we just leave it on the?
I was
want to see. Does he have 2 hours of content?
It's just like a 2 hours.
By the end, he's just like coughing into the mic.
I'm cramping, guys. Fade out. Fade out.
What's he saying? I can't hear him, Mike. What's he saying? I can't hear him. And over there, the most talented and prettiest person in the room. That's RB3. How are you,
100%.
RB?
Thank you.
How was your weekend, brother? What'd you do?
It was good, man. We played a Schmoedown match this weekend,
Oh,
which was
Yeah,
No
coming out
spoilers.
Friday.
No
coming out
spoilers.
Friday.
Yeah.
Coming out Friday.
yeah. Otherwise, watched the Super Bowl.
Yeah?
Had a good weekend.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Yeah, what'd you guys do?
I talked about before. My son's a Chiefs fan. Coolest thing is that his teacher that she wouldn't give them homework if the Chiefs won.
Right. Oh, what?
Last year.
Oh, wow.
Right. So since they went to the Super Bowl, they started a fundraiser at her school, and they got her tickets to the Super Bowl.
No.
She
Wow.
got to go to the game and see
No.
her team win.
Wait a minute. Who? Your niece?
No, my son's teacher.
Oh, your son's
Teacher.
teacher went.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm so used to not spoiling anything with the Schmoedown. I was like, Brett, you can't tell who won the Super Bowl.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Well, the funny thing was that we actually had to pause it because I barbecued and we
Yeah.
but that never happens because I never care. So like we were way behind, and then I kept getting texts from my brother and sister because they know my son was like rooting them.
Right.
Like, no, don't tell me, don't tell me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's the first time I've ever experienced that kind of a thing, and my wife screaming vulgarities at another football team.
Yeah. Listen, I want to say that I've said this a number of times, and I've said it on the sports show when I used to host it. Women are the most brutal fans than men are at sporting events. Women will say the most horrific personal shit at sporting events, and men will go like, "Ooh, that's a little too far even for me."
I had a few female Niner fans at the bar last night, and they weren't even saying stuff about the game. They were saying stuff about just culture and just like screaming them. I was just like,
They like investigate your Wikipedia and like go deep diving and stalk you, and then they're like, "That's why that girl left you when you were 10." You're like, they bring it all up. It's nuts.
oh, you thought that was the catch? That's why your dad is adopted.
Yeah, right. No wonder he's an alcoholic. Jesus Christ. I'm just watching the game.
I feel very seen.
This all tracks. This all tracks.
All tracks, guys.
We're gonna get into a lot of things. Of course, we're gonna get into those Super Bowl trailers. We got a little Professor X news with the New Mutants, some Fast 9 stuff going on. Thanks for the copyright strike there, Paramount Pictures on my YouTube channel. Universal on my I don't like to say Universal on my YouTube channel, and then a number of other things as well. But do we want to start with the ads and the trailers? Is that what we want to feel?
Let's start with the big one, the Disney Plus one.
Yeah,
Let's start with the Disney Plus ad because it was basically 3-in-1. We got some Falcon Winter Soldier stuff.
We did.
With Baron Zemo. We know he's going to be the big bad.
Yep.
We got I'm such a Falcon Winter Soldier fan, but that WandaVision trailer, like Paul Bettany came out like a week before and said, "This is going to be bonkers. You guys aren't ready for this." And he was right. Mm-hmm. I love all the sitcom-y stuff, and I just watched Mr. Sunday Movies video about it, and he was like, maybe she's trying to fix him because it starts out black and white, and that's how he ends up after he gets the Mind Stone ripped out of him. He becomes black and white, loses all of his color.
Yeah. So
maybe she's like slowly getting him back together. She's wearing the traditional Scarlet Witch outfit in there. It's like I Love Lucy, Rosie O'Donnell, and then there was one more like Brady Bunch. So she's going through the decades of like sitcoms. But what did you guys think? And then we had Loki just kind of sitting in a jail outfit. Yeah.
Thoughts?
Loved it. Yeah, I was super stoked. And my son now is into the Disney Plus and Mandalorian. Now it's something else that he's like excited to see, because he's so mad because he's a child and he doesn't realize that, shows take a long time to come out because most of the things we watch, we binge. But he's like, when's the next Mandalorian come out? And I said, November. He goes, what? I'm like, yeah, that's how these things work. We have to wait for.
Welcome to fandom, son.
I also love that he has your voice.
Yeah.
What? Are you kidding me? Why is it so early?
What do you think, Kate?
You know what? I have to say, I haven't. I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
What?
Am I allowed to say?
Should have led with that.
Yeah.
Should have opened that. But I've watched some of the ads. I have to say, WandaVision, I don't know. You were picking up. I was just like, does it look cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
But just like everything else on this show, I'm just a raging idiot.
Oh wow,
So,
it's not your thing. You don't dig it. You don't think on superhero movies? Or
well, also, no. I mean, I'm definitely a Star Wars person over an MCU.
What about the James Bond trailer? Did you like that?
Yes.
That has no superheroes in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
All
I
right.
did. I mean,
honestly though, we'll get into the other trailers, but none of the other 30-second ads did anything for me.
What? You didn't like that Top Gun one?
Top Gun. I was about to say besides Maverick.
Yes.
But I was surprised that Fast 9 put out a Super Bowl ad when they just had a 4-minute trailer. And we'll go into the Fast 9 trailer later.
Yeah.
But it felt like a waste of $6 million.
Just to show Han driving
That's
the
how
car.
much a 30-second ad was. $5.6 million this year. That's why you didn't see a lot of trailers, honestly.
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, just to we just got a 4-minute ad literally on what was it, on Monday? Yeah, so it's just go watch that. It didn't add anything new. There wasn't any new scenes or anything like that. Just
well, there were a couple of new scenes because you saw Han actually driving the car.
You see him drive at the end of the trailer.
Well, at the end of the trailer, right? But until he shows up, though, you don't know if he's. But they kind of blew that by showing it the 30-second trailer. If you hadn't seen the 4-minute trailer and you're watching the Super Bowl, then you see Han in there. You're like, wait, what? What? Yeah. So
I'd usually agree with you, but they legitimately had an all-day event leading up to the trailer.
True.
Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth played that See You Again song in Miami, then flew to LA to play it for the Kobe tribute.
Right.
Like they played that sad ass song twice in one day.
That
and
was
made people cry on both coasts.
RB3's prom song, right?
Yeah, not prom.
No, graduation song. Yeah.
That song was a graduation song?
He
That's kind of a
pulled for
sad
it.
song, man.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
so what?
So was graduation.
Yeah, it is a sad song. Yeah, I mean,
Graduation sad too.
It
I
is
always
sad.
I always want to go back in time to that Green Day song, Good Riddance. What was that like when you got for that to be the first year
For the
of your
record, that was 100% my era, and I used to do a stand-up bit about how the end of every sitcom is just that song playing and like slow motion, like moments from the sitcom, just like hugging or like winning a game. Like it's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. And then it's just like Ross and Rachel looking at each other. Like, and then going in for the anyway.
Wish we had the time.
Well, the 49ers.
Yes,
I bet the 49ers listen to that Khalifa song today.
Yeah.
The 49ers are definitely listening to that Khalifa song today.
John's graduation song was just cavemen beating on drums.
Oh, look at him feeling himself a little bit this
I know
morning.
he's getting confident.
All right.
He's getting ready.
Look at the chalupa over there, just feeling himself.
I don't know what's going on.
White Mexican, he's doing it. I love it.
I laughed way too hard at that, John. I apologize.
Please don't.
He's a French Mexican, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
French
That's
Mexican.
right.
How dare you?
Put the dog inside of the taco. What was I?
Oh wait, how would you speak Spanish with a French accent? That's great.
Some people do it.
Hola.
Donde
That's
está?
tough. That's too far from my mouth. To
You don't
I can barely
speak.
work
You
at my
said you don't
spoonsmanship.
speak
No.
French at all.
You don't speak.
I used
Anything?
to be able to speak French until my grandma passed away. Then my dad stopped speaking it, and I stopped speaking it, and like we both kind of lost
Could you
it.
understand, like, if there were two fluent people in here, would you be able to
I'd
understand?
pick up some of it.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
it's been. I mean, she passed away like 20 years ago, so
Wow.
it's been
Okay.
a long time. Yeah.
You don't see you didn't find any French speakers after that. You didn't go looking for French.
There's,
No,
there's
I
a
did not.
bunch of French ladies
Yeah.
that are like,
I'm just gonna
"He
say."
is single? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
I did not know.
Ooh la la.
I will help you to teach the French. Talk the French again.
I'm a cunning linguist.
The French kisses. I liked the trailers. I mean, I'm sorry. I liked the Disney Plus trailer a lot. I think it was just enough to let you know the quality that you're going to get from this TV show, these TV shows, and the acting level that you're going to get, and also the fact that WandaVision is going to be insane. And like you said, jump in time. I spoke to Elizabeth Olsen, and when I asked her about it a few months ago,
my
she
God, I
said
love her.
she's beautiful.
Oh,
even
we
in,
can say it.
in person.
Also, I know she's 12, but no, what is she now?
No, she's like 28, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, she's 12.
Yeah.
28 is the equivalent
What
to
are you
12.
trying to do to the guy?
She's trying to get me in trouble. She's trying to get me in trouble.
Accuser!
Timestamp.
She's
Elizabeth
9
You
Olsen.
motherfucking accuser!
She was in the last season of Stranger Things.
Have some respect.
She was Finn Wolfhard's younger sister.
What if that
really-
was
she's-
your daughter?
I'm sorry. I am angry at how old I am by comparison. Sorry, I'm just not trying to.
She's like, come into this minefield. Come here. No, it's fine. It's totally fine.
Come on in, Rocha. Tell us about how beautiful Elizabeth Olsen is, and then state your age at the end of the statement.
Yeah, right, exactly. But no, she's great. And
She's a
that's
talent.
ill-advised.
she said, like, it's going to be absolutely bonkers and a lot of fun. But it's because, Scarlet Witch in the comics, if you read any of the comics in the House of M and all that kind of stuff, you could argue she is one of the most powerful people on the planet. And so her ability, what she has these abilities to do is change people's realities.
Yeah.
And so when she messes with your reality, anything can happen. And so this is her grieving through the loss of vision. Yeah. So we're going to see her go deep into this depression of the loss of vision and then climb back out. And is she going to reconstruct vision or not? And we saw the Gray Vision, which is the West Coast Avengers vision. So there's a lot of things they're going to make allusions to in the comics. I think that it's still going to be palatable for people, but if you're a comics fan, you're going to be like, oh, you're going to have that nerdgasm.
I always say anytime I watch Endgame, it's like Scarlet Witch went head-to-head, one-on-one with Thanos after he just beat the shit out of Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man, and she beat him. Like, she kicked his ass so hard that he had to, like, call down the starship to fire and, like, murder literally his own army. RB3, what'd you think about Disney Plus stuff?
Well, first of all, let me say fuck the Super Bowl. All right, I gotta start that off there. I watched the whole show and didn't do a single tribute to Kobe.
I was actually about to ask that.
yeah.
I actually
They did at the beginning.
When?
I could have sworn there
In
was
the
someone.
pre-kickoff?
Yeah, like Granted, it's all jumbled because there was a million pre-kickoff things, but I could have sworn they went on like the digitized jumbotron and stuff before, like they did the top 100.
They might have.
I'm 90% sure.
I think the point being,
or a commercial or something, because at least like if Tom Brady would have like died or something, but like a week before the NBA Finals, they would have like said something during that time.
Well,
that's just all I'm saying.
That's true. Tom Brady, maybe
they're same level.
Maybe, yeah,
they're same level.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just wonder if the NBA would have talked about Tom Brady, but that's a fair point.
Yeah, I think that is a fair point.
But otherwise, I liked all of the trailers. Really, I love the Disney Plus one. I like the Falcon and Winter Soldier one. That one really looks like a real like spy drama ish type of thing.
I like the Agent USA thing. How they don't give Sam the shield. Like I'm really excited to see what angle they play with that.
Yeah. Well, seeing him from behind, you see him running into that rally or whatever it is.
It's Wyatt Russell. It's Kurt Russell's son.
Right.
But no, I really loved that part of the trailer. They only gave a flash of Loki. I wish they would have done a little more. Apparently that's supposed to be like Rick and Morty, but with like Loki as like the star.
Yeah, like he's got on his thing, it's like AVP, which I don't know what it stands for, but it's like time and like reality police.
Yeah.
It's like, how he gets the Tesseract and like, so he's like warping around, going to different dimensions. So I think like the whatever reality police like catch up with him, and like that's why he's in that prison.
I think it's Aliens versus Predator. Clearly.
Oh, obviously.
He's a big stand for that. Loki is.
He's a big Paul W.S. Anderson fan.
Yeah.
He's all about it. What about you, Brett? Did you like any of this? Are you into superhero stuff at all? Like, I never talked to you about it.
I enjoyed that. Yeah, okay. I really did.
We have a big announcement.
Oh, yes.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it right now.
Yes.
Okay. Brett and I sometimes talk, not sometimes, every time we leave SEN, we call each other and talk on the way home. Both of our spouses know we do this, by the way,
right.
so it's not like a weird thing, because he's like my brother. We'll be like, but like that's how, because we don't have time to like actually like talk about our lives here,
sure.
You know what I mean? Anyway.
When we meet at the hotel, it's just straight
Yes.
to it. And there's no time for talk.
He's like, warm my balls. Let's go.
I cannot believe you made that joke.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Yikes. You just want to get in trouble. No, so today he called on the way and he was like, we were talking about if we were allowed to talk about the Schmoedown this weekend or not.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, and then we were talking about he's going to Mardi Gras, and I was like, oh, yeah, that must be coming up. I'm like, my birthday's on March 3rd, and I feel like Mardi Gras is always around. He goes, I'm going to stop you right there. And I was like, okay. And he's like, did you just say your birthday is March 3rd? And I said, yeah. And he said, my birthday is March 3rd.
Wow.
And
no way.
I screamed in the car, varying levels of T-Rex.
Wow.
Because when you find your brother and then you find out you're twins, different year, but still, when you find out you're twin, it's wild to me. I was like,
and the conversations we have and the manner, like the things we worry about. Do you think so and so's mad at me?
Do you think so?
Like,
Oh, wow.
It's the same kind of like always concerned about that stuff. So
I said I've never felt like I cared about being a Pisces until I found out now that I'm like, oh, I am a Pisces then. Okay.
But I also found out she's considerably younger than me. What year I went, oh.
But I'm about to be 38.
Wow.
You're about to be
46.
Oh.
Smash.
That's a
spit.
All right.
Yeah, I was
like
at Mardi Gras for my 45th.
Wow.
That was pretty fun.
Oh, that's great.
No.
Now, yo, why does it see? It's so country. It makes me want to go country drunk.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'm about it.
We are fine.
Now, Kate, we're talking about our birthdays, and then she said something that make this here earthquake. She said March 3rd is when I was born. I said, stop it! Shut the F! I was born that day too. But I didn't rhyme because I've had too much to drink. But here's one thing that'll really make you think. We both have the same GD birthdays, and we're also taken antidepressants.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, amazing.
I actually, hanging out with you enough makes me feel like maybe I could go off my Zoloft.
I am weak.
Don't go too far.
I am weaning off one of mine a little
Are
bit.
you?
I'm dialing
That's
it
great.
back a little bit.
That's
because,
great.
I mean, and I'm telling you, doing this
He's
lately
selling them to
is
me.
really. I'm like, here you go. But yeah, there's been a dial back that's happening because I think I accredit it to doing this. This is a daily,
good.
Yes. Yeah.
therapy
Good,
for
man.
me.
Yeah,
Laughing
yeah.
and doing something that's creative and fun and
Yeah, respect.
I didn't. By the way, I didn't mean to interrupt you about your commercials, but I just felt like
Oh.
everyone needed to know about the earthquake.
Oh
that hit
yes,
us
that
today.
was insane. No, I enjoyed the Marvel commercial. The one thing, a friend of mine, Eddie Alfano, tweeted out. He said they should really get more celebrities involved with some of these Super Bowl commercials because that has always been the thing as a commercial actor, like to get that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
spot.
they
Oh
were
my God.
all
yeah.
big names and all
Why-
the parts. And
Why do you need Charlie Day walking up with a basket
Yeah.
of laundry
Yeah.
going, laundry, cut?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
that just added
that
$1
could've
million
been
to your
anybody.
budget.
It became a running narrative throughout the whole commercials because
Yeah.
it was later. Anytime he just pop in, did someone say later? Did someone say later? And then of course they paid it off at the end when he's like 95 years old and she's 95 years
Yeah.
old and she stains him again. But I will say I get your gripe and I totally respect from being on the other side with voiceover stuff when they keep giving stuff to celebrities.
Yeah.
It was the hardest thing when I was doing it consistently to break through and get a campaign or get a commercial, get whatever, or even get cast in an animated series because they stunt cast a lot. And so you
Yeah.
just have to fight through all that. And you're like, really? Do you think they can tell that's Donald Sutherland telling them about a credit union? They can't.
Yeah.
Or Matt Damon about this or that, or John Hamm with the BMW. And, those are things that are frustrating.
What was up with Macy Williams singing "Let It Go"?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like-
that was funny.
Everyone knows what Adina Menzel
Nah,
looks
that
like.
was funny.
Yeah.
Nah, that
And
was funny.
Like she was just in Uncut Gems. She still looks great.
Yeah.
She still can sing through the roof.
Yeah.
Macy Williams, good actor. You can't sing.
Yeah.
Like
the
Yeah.
cold
Like, it's
doesn't
okay.
bother her anyway because she the one guy.
Oh, right. It's true. She did
yeah,
kill-
but that would have been a good line,
Spoiler.
but it was spoiler.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
I
Jesus,
just
Brett.
said the one guy.
People still
First he
catching up.
spoilers the Super Bowl, then he does this.
I will say though, I did enjoy the and I will like Kate's point of view on this. I did enjoy the self-packing car. I went nuts for that commercial.
I have some notes on the accent.
Oh, please, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
John
I'm joking, I'm
Hamm,
joking.
Rachel Dratch, who rarely gets an opportunity to get seen on anything nowadays, which was great
I
to see
know,
her
Rachel
dropping.
Dratch.
I loved her on SNL. And Krasinski
And Chris Evans.
And then Big Poppy up top
Yeah.
out of the window. That was my favorite non-trailer commercial the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people forget Chris Evans is from Boston.
Well,
Yeah.
we looked them all up because they better all be from Boston.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say it's funny that like this year there was like multiple commercials that were like cross brands, like multiple brands were like sharing commercials. This year.
yeah,
I
the
don't
Yeah.
know.
Procter and Gamble thing with putting the Mr. Clean and all that.
Right.
Those were confusing because I was like, wait, what's going on? Why is the guy on the horse and then Mr. Clean is up?
Yeah.
I really liked the
Jason Momoa.
yeah.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Wow.
Like,
was great.
because literally before I knew what the gag was, when he took his boots off, I was like, he got a little shorter. Did I miss? Because I'm at work, so like I'm kind of watching, I'm kind of working, and I'm like,
Right.
did Jason Momoa just get a lot shorter? And then when he took his arms off, was the best, was the best thing. And then like. I mean, it's Jason Momoa. He's like one of the best looking dudes,
Yeah.
and he's huge and
Yeah.
buff and cut. And so, of course, like he's the person that can do whatever he wants.
Right.
And then when he takes his hair off, and he's like, yeah.
Starts playing slide guitar. That one was a good one.
The button on the commercial, I think it's Zoe Kravitz who's
Yeah.
sitting there helping him try to lift. I mean, you're just like, what is happening?
yeah.
Zoe Kravitz.
That was great.
Yeah.
Because he's married to.
Yes.
Yeah, her mom, right?
Yes. Lisa
Yeah.
Bonet.
Lisa
Yeah.
Bonet.
Oh,
yeah.
I
No,
thought-
no.
No, it was Lisa Bonet.
Lisa
helping
Bonet, who's
helping.
married to Lenny Kravitz.
No,
Wait,
Lisa.
they made
No.
Wait.
No, Lenny
Lisa
Kravitz.
Bonet
Somebody's
and
figuring
Lenny
this
Kravitz
out.
made
Zoe Kravitz.
was it made
But
Zoe
now
Kravitz?
Lisa
But
Bonet
now
and Jason Momoa are together.
Right.
Jason Momoa's her stepdad.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was.
How do I get
Wait,
that as a stepdad?
Chat room, tell us, was
Hold
it
on.
Lisa Bonet helping him with or
Oh.
was it, because so it wasn't his daughter, or
Oh,
his
was it Lisa
stepdaughter.
Bonet?
It was
I
his
I
wife.
did not see. I was
They
strictly
are
looking
so
at.
both, they look alike.
I
mean,
thought
they're
it
both
was-
beautiful.
And also
Okay.
that
They
Lisa
said,
Bonet
they said
could
it was
track.
Lisa Bonet in the chat.
That Lisa Bonet could
Oh,
track
all right.
as her daughter. That's
So it
Also,
was-
I guess
I want
there's like
that
a Say
serum.
Anything series coming out, and Zoe Kravitz is in it.
Oh my
Like
God.
Lisa Bonet was in.
For the
no,
record-
not Say Anything. High
Oh,
Fidelity.
I was
High
gonna
Fidelity,
say,
sorry.
for the record, say anything. In college, I had a guy do because it was like
wow.
my favorite movie. It was great, but also it was a CD player because it was 2001 maybe.
Sure.
The CD skips.
Oh, of course.
It was the funniest. We had such a laugh about it. I was like, I'm hearing In Your Eyes come through my window, and I look out. And
Did
I
it
was
work?
Like,
Oh, we played the same song too.
we played the same song.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna do it, you gotta play the same song.
Yeah.
You play a song that like they lost their virginity to each other to that song.
Yeah, but
that's
it's
why
the-
that song is
It's the
playing.
symbolism of the song. You don't play another song.
Yeah,
You play
I
a
don't
song
think-
that's related to your relationship.
I was still a virgin at the time. We were, and we did not.
Saving it for marriage.
Strictly butt stuff.
To be clear, define
Good thing that one slid under the rug.
maybe define marriage. I guess
Define virgin.
hanging out on a Friday. Yeah, I saved it for marriage. Is that marriage?
I think so. I think so.
Meeting a dude once. Is that marriage? Yep. Saved it for marriage.
That counts.
That totally counts. Totally counts.
That counts. By the way, when
Yep.
you were introducing the show, it's so funny because I just didn't know. Again, now I'm gonna. Sorry, I have to call Rocha on the way home today because I got to find out more about him. I didn't realize you're a voiceover actor, but while you
Yeah.
were doing the intro, I was like, God, he has the best voice.
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Well, it's listen.
It's something I'm
He
going to
drops
be
into it. Okay,
dedicating more time to. And
Yeah.
my girlfriend's been on my ass about it for the entire month of January. She's
Yeah.
like, you got to do this more. You got to find a way to. So we're setting up the office
Is
so
this?
that I
Can
can.
you? Oh, I was gonna say, can you record in here even? Or is this,
No,
is
I
this
have
you
my
actually
office.
have a, you
Yeah,
do.
I have a thing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I've heard it's gotten. It used to be you'd have a, like impeccable office
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And some people, and you'll shoot them at home too.
Yes,
if
that's-
you have a decent enough one, you'll just actually do the spot from your house.
The hidden-
I just
yeah.
learned that Billie Eilish's entire album was recorded in her brother's bedroom. They never went to a studio to
No
do
surprise.
it. They just every single one of those bangers came out of her bedroom in Highland Park.
Yeah.
Bangers. The technology is heightened.
Bangers.
I'm glad we were on the same page with her trying to just keep that sentence going that she
All
said.
of those bangers, as the kiddos say.
Real quick before we continue,
Yeah.
guys, the Schmoebot is on.
Yeah.
We are going to get to Streamlabs and Super Chats, so keep sending those in. Me and
Send
RB3
them
are
in.
going to do the ritual switch so I can read them over on the computer, but keep sending those in, and we definitely will get to them.
I love how people think that the questions and the Schmoebot get us off topic. I think this has been the most scattered.
I know. We just like, also, aren't we all a little like? I feel on Monday when it's Rocha here, I'm always like, Christian's gone, Christian's gone, Christian's gone. Don't go to ding, ding, ding,
No,
ding,
I'm
ding.
very
Daddy's
sad.
gone, Daddy's gone.
And I wish he was here because I like my job.
But let's
Yeah, but the Bill Murray one we have to talk
Okay,
about. Don't before
Bill
we
Murray.
jump. Or do you want
yeah,
to?
because I mean that's a good topic because like
Right.
like would you want a sequel?
That's
like,
the thing. Yeah. That's what was on the rundown today. And since we were talking about the ads, we should get into that now. That was a fantastic 1-minute ad. I thought they actually went to the places where they shot Groundhog Day, and they had Bill Murray. They had, I think, Steve Tobolowsky is the
Yeah.
actor who plays Ned Ryerson.
Oh my God,
which
he's-
was
yes.
great.
So
and
I
his
actually did
brother.
see- I
was
love that one.
just thinking of that Schmoedown question. I was like, I
Yeah.
bet you if like if it gets asked, what's the name of the insurance salesman that
Yeah.
keeps bothering Bill Murray? And I was like, it's not. I was thinking Ned Flanders. What it's? Oh, it's
Yeah.
Ned Ryerson.
Ned
And then
Ryerson.
that commercial came
Yes.
on. I was like, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
especially when it's like, it's not personal. It's just a game.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's his brother playing the mayor again, Brian Doyle
Yes.
Murray. God help him,
Yes.
he can barely walk. And it was there, but it was great to see all of them back together. And this is the first time Bill Murray's ever done a commercial.
Really?
Ever.
What did you think of immediately when you saw it?
I mean, I tweeted about it before it even came out because
Okay.
they dropped it the day before
But
Jeep
I was
did.
actually
Yeah,
wondering,
yeah.
yeah.
And I retweeted. I said, "This is already my favorite commercial
I'm
of the
telling
Super
you,
Bowl.
yeah.
And nothing's gonna beat it."
But what did you think of Karen?
Karen who?
Paul Preston's wife?
No, I don't. What's the connection there?
She was
Sorry.
obsessed with Bill Murray.
Oh,
and I was like, I
I
cannot
didn't
believe.
go that far in my head.
I was like,
Okay.
I cannot believe that was like people like her
Wow.
friends all made her blankets with Bill Murray's
Right.
face on it. Like she was, and I didn't text Paul because I'm like, he doesn't need me to remind him. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's already thinking about, but that I cannot believe
Yeah.
that she missed this, or maybe not,
Or maybe not.
or maybe not.
What
man.
a perfect time, though,
Or
for
maybe
that
not.
to come out, the
Yeah.
coincidence-wise
Yeah.
and whatever. His
Yeah.
first commercial ever. Did you guys like
she
it?
got buried in a Bill Murray shirt.
Wow.
Paul told me. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I liked it. No,
I
it was
loved
fun.
it.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
He can
What-
do no wrong.
What about that super sad Google commercial?
Oh, come on.
Jeez, yeah.
Which I missed that one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
No, that was rough.
It
was
was.
brutal.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them RB3 what it was?
So what Shakira did in the halftime show has become a viral meme overnight, which could be good or bad.
Okay.
Other than that halftime show compared to last year's was such a 180 flip. Damn. P.S. RB3 they did a moment of silence to Kobe, Gigi, and others.
Was it during? What I'm saying is
Like,
what I'm saying is
making a
during the
moment.
game.
Yeah.
During the game.
Yeah, they didn't do it during the game.
Yeah, I think your point stands. Like if it wasn't something that was
not
obvious.
not during the part where nobody's watching. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What was the Google commercial?
You want to tell them?
You break it down.
All right. It was just like, it was super sad about remembering things from the past and then how it all came to be in stages.
Lorena, like it was about this old man who kept like asking Google questions about how do I remember?
Yeah.
And like
Oh, okay.
my wife, and it shows like a bunch of
Yeah.
Yeah, he has
It
It was
Alzheimer's.
basically Up.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
basically the miscarriage scene in Up.
It was like,
You're like,
it was
we're
like-
having fun. It's a Pixar movie. What is happening?
Remember that-
She's miscarrying.
It's that
Fantastic.
Apple commercial a couple of months ago with the two kids who make that for Christmas. They made that like montage on the iPad.
Oh
of
yeah,
her-
like
of
like
it-
all
yeah.
the grandparents think he's just on his phone, and then like he just goes and plugs it in.
Yeah. And
Cheers.
it's the all and so
Yeah.
I guess Google was like, hold my beer. I'll
Yeah.
really break you. I'll really
Yeah.
make you cry
And it was
during
kind
the Super Bowl.
And it was open-ended because I thought it might be something about like Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah.
They kind of just left it how it was of just him wanting to remember all these things about his wife.
Yeah.
I didn't know
look that up.
if she was gone or what she was. I mean, it was just it was oh god, but it was one of those just like
There's always one. I remember the God Made a Farmer. That was one like coming from like Texas and the Central Valley. Like that one
Yeah.
really got to me because like it's such an ag like industry over there.
Yeah.
And so like that God Made a Farmer was like a few years ago. But speaking of the halftime, who was the halftime last year? I mean, I guess
I don't even remember.
I
I remember
don't
Bruno
remember.
It
Mars.
was Travis Scott. I know that because he got in trouble for like the SpongeBob thing. And
I know Bruno Mars done it like twice in the last like
Bruno
5
Mars
years.
was the best halftime show I can remember in a long time. I love
Bruno Mars is amazing.
He's
like,
what a performer.
he puts on a show. But I liked the halftime show last night. I thought it was great.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Prince is my bar. Prince is my bar.
I think that was it.
Oh, I
Was it
forgot
Justin
about Prince,
Timberlake
you're
doing
right.
the Prince tribute? Because
Oh,
Prince
last
passed
week,
away.
yeah.
was that last year?
Maybe,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Because it was in
think-
Minnesota
was
last
it-
year, right?
It was in Atlanta. Or was
it Atlanta?
Am I thinking of the wrong year?
Look at these two.
Yeah.
Look it up, guys.
Look how old we all are.
Yeah.
We're like,
What was the big
when
game
Janet
last
Jackson-
year?
I remember when Whitney Houston sang "God Bless America."
Oh my God.
Nothing will ever beat Michael Jackson just standing there for 2 minutes.
True.
And then turning his head and everyone losing their minds again.
That was
ruined.
Last year,
been ruined.
Last year was Maroon 5, Travis Scott, and Big Boy.
good to forget.
Oh,
Yep.
Good to forget.
That'll
Easily
do it.
forgettable.
Yeah.
But no, this was
Big boy, just
listen, as a Latino, this was great.
Oh.
And it was fun
In
to see.
Miami, no
yeah,
less.
in Miami. It's a
Hello.
perfect place you do it. You have
Yeah.
Shakira, you have who's Colombian,
Yes.
you have J-Lo, the Puerto Rican, and
Yes.
you know all that jazz.
Yeah, the artist was like a big reggaeton artist too.
Yeah.
The guy in like the silver jacket.
oh yeah. I was like, I'm
Yeah,
just
J
maybe.
Balvin.
I didn't know who was doing those bangers, but
Yeah,
Ew.
J Balvin and Bad Bunny came out, and I thought that again, this was the second year in a row that they could have like brought out Cardi B because they used the Shakira song
Yes.
that Cardi B sampled.
Oh, right,
That's
right.
And then, but they brought out J Balvin to do his verse on that.
Right,
So,
yeah.
I'm good with that.
Did you?
I'm good on that.
Were they lip syncing or were they not lip sync?
I've always heard that like technically it's impossible for them not to. I mean, like the way the venue's set up,
Yeah.
it's really hard to do a live performance.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So I don't know if it's that enhancement thing. and
Christian's
maybe-
huge package here.
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Outlaw,
Hey,
what
well-
are your thoughts on Bibbs saying my butt is great, it is kissable, and if he could bend that way he would? So thoughts, Outlaw? SEN, we have the Latinos.
Oh, not only
RB3, where the white women at though? Where they at thou?
were they at that?
Daryl,
that
the
like-
documentary was fantastic. You're a legend.
Oh yeah, we gotta
Thanks.
talk about
Kate,
that.
why am I always giggling like the idiot when you're on? Bread on Fire is always an improv expert. RB3, you the man. Great opinions and wicked tech skills.
Thank you.
Ben, sorry mate, run out of text.
Oh yes.
We are so jealous we didn't do that joke.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Anthony Nugent. Oh my God, that was
Oh, that was good, Anthony. That was
Anthony
good. you son of a
Nugent
piece of
just
shit.
won the day,
Very good.
Man.
or the night, as it might be where he is. Oh my God,
What was the first one? I forget what he just said.
What-
your doc?
No, the one before that one.
About Bibbs.
I didn't even hear him say that his butt was kissable. When did he say that? Oh my God.
There was like it was on Friday. Yeah, when he was on Friday.
Oh,
they were saying like something. They're like, "What do you think about Rocha?" Did you reference his butt at some point?
I don't think so.
that he kisses his own butt. No.
Oh, I might have said. I've never seen anyone who kisses his own butt more as much.
Yeah.
As
And I think he's like,
I have said that.
Yeah.
I won't deny that.
And he's like, no, I've got. And he
I would have liked if you said that
cute.
entire quote and you're like, oh, no, I never said that. Like,
Yeah.
you just got that whole quote out.
Word for word, the exact same tone.
Yeah. I wish that.
I've never said that in my entire life.
Yeah, that tiger coat wearing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, but
It's
but it was
friendly.
very cute. Yeah, it was cute because he was just like, well, my butt is very kissable. And it wasn't like.
Yeah, Bibbs rolls with it. We were talking at the Schmoedown matches, no spoilers, over the weekend. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
we just have our competitive juices when we get together. That's all.
I've never done a show with him. I was on a Schmoedown with him where he came on and I had to step off or whatever. But I had a great time with him, and he rolled with one of my. I was talking about a fake Sundance film, and he just went with it. And
he totally jumped on with it. Yeah.
Did a drunk.
He
Bibbs.
loved your John Voight. Your Anaconda John Voight.
You did a John Boyd?
doesn't?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
He does
that's
an
great.
anaconda, John Boyce. To be
Did
specific.
you do the wink? Yeah, 'cause that's my favorite part. Oh my God. Anyway, what else we got going on, Ben?
Other trailers. Let's we got Mulan, their final trailer. We've got Fast 9 trailer. We've got Maverick trailer. Which one stuck out to you guys?
I know you and I are both jazzed about Mulan.
Yes.
I remember talking to you about this on Collider once. I loved that anime, and this really looks like an epic film.
Yeah, it's got
And they've taken
nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah, and they've taken the music out and everything,
Yes.
right? It's
Yeah.
just like
I think it'll be part of the score because I remember the first part you hear like the reflection song,
Right.
and then you'll bring honor. Like she says, "I'll bring honors to us all," and that's a big song. Like,
I know. But here's the problem, because I love that music so much that if I hear any notes of it, I'm gonna be like, "You'll bring honor to us all." Like I'm gonna want to go into it. Like I don't want to hear. Like I wish they would just stay away from it altogether.
Now I want to sit next to you during the screen.
Let's get down to business.
Hey.
Donny Osmond.
Do you think you have a cameo, Donny Osmond?
Oh. If God is
He's
real.
gonna be the Matt Damon of Mulan.
Somebody told me there's a great wall here. I thought it looked badass because it does still look like kind of fantastical in the way she's flying and certain things like that. That's badass. I like that they removed the song. So people have been complaining that these live action Disney films are too similar to the original animated features. Then they should be championing this and looking forward to this to see, but then they're all complaining that there's no songs.
Dude, that's the thing is that
Before anyone gets offended, the shots fired suspect down soundbite is safe. I made it with a megaphone and radio at work.
Thank you.
nice.
That's Dwayne. Dwayne made that.
Nice, Dwayne.
Thank you, Dwayne. But yeah, just like I feel like Disney. I hate the Lion King, that shot for shot stuff. But like, either you want something different or you just go watch the original. Then because it's the same thing. I don't want to open up the Ghostbusters can of worms, but Ghostbusters 2016 wasn't good, but it doesn't affect the 84 one. Just go watch the 84 one. That's fine.
Well, I will say though, what is annoying about like this Mulan trailer is that like they said that, or not the trailer itself, but they said they're taking out the songs, they're taking out the magical elements. What is with this witch and this flying dove and all of this? Like, just if this would have just been a straight up war movie, like a straight up giant massive war movie,
Look at
I would have.
RB3.
I know.
He's ready to battle.
I'm passionate. Mulan's one of my favorites, and like,
I know.
and like
that was your era probably too, right?
That was and I genuinely do wish that like
No,
they
you can
would
keep
have.
clapping. I like it.
Yeah, no, I genuinely do wish that they would have found a way to like make it a legitimate war film.
And Mushu's gone.
No, yeah, Mushu's gone. So again, they're picking and choosing which stuff they want.
That's a great point, RB. They're picking and choosing what fantastical stuff to leave in there and what to take out. Fair enough. And maybe overall it works for the construction of the movie. We'll soon find out for sure. I hope so too.
And we know the Avalanche is still there.
Yeah.
They didn't take out the best character of the movie, the Avalanche, did they?
When did this come out? I haven't seen Mulan, so I'm sorry, but I
Mance, when did this come out? 96.
Hey,
My birthday's
movie
March
release
4th
dates is
now.
one of your strengths.
I think it's 92.
I think
No. It was like
it was
98.
like 96 or something.
Oh,
If
yeah,
it was
'cause
between 92 and 96, I was in college, so I wasn't
It was.
watching.
I think it was
that
98.
that tracks.
I'll stick with 98.
Right, because
98.
Is this 98? Yeah, 98.
That's
All
one
right.
I missed. I've
Nice.
seen a lot
Good
of
job.
Disney stuff.
And Circle gets the square. Is that the right thing? Am I playing the right game?
Is it scary? I mean, my 9-year-old is
Talk about a
easily
reference from
scared. Is
98.
that something I
There
can...
is a character in it who is scary, but I feel like does she watch the Disney movies?
Well, she watched
Like how-
Mandalorian with us, so she's getting better
Oh,
with the...
she watched
fine.
Mandalorian. She
Yeah,
could
I
watch
just
watched
remember
Mandalorian.
that
Okay.
that dark moment when I can't remember the villain's name,
Like
but
Hanley
it's like
or something.
it's a stand-in for Attila the Hun, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like captured these 2 Chinese soldiers, and they're like, deliver a message that I'm coming to the capital, and they both run off. And he goes, "How many people does it take to deliver a message?" And the archer goes, 1. I was like,
Wow.
okay, Disney. Like I remember watching that in theaters as
Yeah.
a kid. I was like, what does he mean?
Yeah.
They've always been
But there's
darker
2 of
than
them.
people think.
Yeah.
Did she watch Kung Fu Panda?
No,
I
no,
feel
my
like-
son was big into
Okay, I
that.
was gonna say I
Oh.
feel like that villain's almost scarier than.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the rhino.
Or how does she feel about Ursula?
It's a Siberian
Oh,
tiger.
you mean
Siberian.
Ursula?
Ursula.
Yeah.
Don't come
no,
out with Kung
No,
Fu
she
Panda.
loved
I mean,
that. Yeah,
voiced
that
by Ian
wasn't
McShane.
freaky for,
Okay,
for some
she'll be
reason.
fine. She'll be
I
fine.
think
Move
because
on.
she was singing, it was
Yeah.
fine.
Also, Mulan. Yeah, there's like a funny dragon. I'm sure everybody's
Hey,
offended by his
Brandon,
name.
he's at the office today. Chill the fuck out and chat, dude.
What's wrong with
He's
Brandon?
just spamming in chat
He
about
keeps
like.
crying about where Christian's at.
You're-
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, Brandon, are you okay? Do you want to
Yeah.
call into the show?
Yeah.
Brandon,
Not
if
my
you want to
Brandon.
call
Not my
into the
Brandon
show.
Hanna.
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
different
No,
Brandon.
So Maverick trailer, that was the big one.
Yeah.
Because those shots in the cockpit were amazing.
He was
Yeah.
maintaining foreign relations over 30 years later, doing that upside down. That's what they say in the thing. I was like, oh, but Tom's really in there.
Yes,
Tom's
he's really
in there.
flying.
The look on his face is really in there. Are you two passing notes? What
Yes,
the
yes,
fuck
but you
is
can read it
happening?
too.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay,
just it's notes for the
All
show.
right, all right. If you
said,
like people, no, it's fine. I
try
trust
to-
you.
Yeah.
White people?
So after
What did Rocha just say?
Oh, they're saying we. Oh, right,
yeah,
fair
so
enough.
Just,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's like 4 producers on this show.
I know.
I
yeah,
love it.
yeah.
All right.
But the notes are fun. I'll give it to Ben as well. And it's like, and it's so cryptic now. It's like, what is he saying? Ooh. Oh, just this one. Yeah.
Okay.
There's 37.
The problem is that there's a lot of private notes that you've just now handed out.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, I don't know which one is for me.
Yeah.
I only read one, so I'll
Kate,
leave it.
But
Kate
I-
likes to ask me how I'm doing in certain, personal things. You know?
Oh,
when
during
he
the show.
said, when he said that his uncle had passed, I was
Oh,
like,
right.
"Is it the one?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Was it the one that you were telling your stepdad?" But
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so
Are you
it was-
afraid that you'll forget? Is that why I got to ask him like at this moment right now? Like I'll forget. In 2
No,
hours.
no.
Okay.
He just wrote that thing that we all just read.
Yes.
This is probably interesting for the listeners. Sorry.
So Top Gun Maverick. I'll
Top Gun
try
Maverick.
and write
That's
this
good.
ship real quick. I like that. The first one, he's just like this, like no holds barred, like do whatever I want, and there's really no consequences except for the death. But I don't know if he really learns from that, and it feels like there's been like 20 years. And I love that line. It wasn't in this trailer, but the second one, he's like, I didn't think I'd get invited back, and he goes, those are called orders, Maverick.
Yeah.
Like I love that line because like he still doesn't get it. Like
Listen.
he should, like he says he should be an admiral by now, but he's still just a pilot.
Yeah.
Just a pilot. No, doesn't offend anybody. But like 30 years of military
there
service,
goes
you
all
should.
our pilot fans.
As someone with a nickname of his own.
There we go.
You just sometimes you just stay where you're at. Sometimes you enjoy where you're at. Maverick seems to enjoy where he's at. Maybe he doesn't want to be in charge of people. He doesn't want to move up and deal with the bullshit of being higher up in the rank because you got to swallow more crap. You got to lie about more stuff. Yeah, I've been in the military for 8 years. When you move up, they give you more and more crap to deal with. So maybe it's okay that he's a pilot. Maybe it's not a negative. Maybe he likes it being down there.
But I like that like other people are giving him shit for
Yeah,
it
of
because like
course.
he's going back to the academy,
Right.
and he's like basically hanging out with a bunch of college kids that are like all these like I don't want to say whippersnappers and sound old as shit.
No, but it's
But yeah, all these like
Whippersnappers.
hotshot pilots,
Yeah.
and he's like the old veteran.
Which is him. Which is perfect.
Whippersnappers,
Yeah.
I love it.
I know that probably our listeners want to just talk about Top Gun, but I actually am very interested in your 8 years of military service. May I
What do you
ask
mean?
you about that?
You sure you don't want to write it down?
Yeah.
I just wrote down, can anybody smell that fart? That's all it was. I was very concerned.
What do you want to know? Real
I
quick?
want to know what arm.
It's not on the rundown.
What arm of the military you were in? And
The branch, you mean?
Yeah, branch. I don't know. What leg of the military you were in? What
limb?
arm?
What
What
tentacle? What
Listen.
tentacle of the
What
army?
tentacle?
What appendage?
What appendage? There it is. I was trying to
What
think of
branch?
it.
What branch of the military?
Army. I was in the Army for
What
years.
what
Army,
twig
okay.
of the military? Branch twig.
And did you? So 8 years.
That's a dad joke. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I live for those.
We gotta find Ben's child somewhere because he is a father. I know he is. You don't make those jokes. There is an illegitimate
Yeah.
child out there somewhere.
I feel like
that
Bonnie.
belongs to Ben.
Oh,
feel
he's legitimate. I just don't care about him.
Oh.
I feel like Bonnie was trying to make him a father over the weekend
know,
with that
that's
tweet. With that tweet.
Yeah.
He's not writing any checks for that little whippersnapper.
But he will if he stops by the bar.
Yeah.
He'll give him a free drink.
Ben's still
Here's
there.
a shot of Jag, kid. Get the fuck out of here.
Did you see any action?
No, I did not.
You did not,
It
okay.
was military intelligence, so
Okay.
we worked with the NSA over at Fort Meade.
Oh,
So
wow.
we dealt with that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And did you get
Greeting
into
from motherfucking Bangkok,
Yes.
folks.
Yes.
Which bad movies would you do repeat viewing in 24 hours if someone gives you $500,000? The Last Airbender or Dark Phoenix? P.S.
Either.
Ben, please change hairstyle. It doesn't make you cool.
Oh,
Jesus,
wow.
People
That's
coming at me
mean.
today.
Wow, what's wrong with you? Why are they coming at you?
I don't know.
What'd you say over the weekend? Did you
Nothing.
tweet anything bad?
No.
All right.
I literally tweeted the most positive thing about the Super Bowl too. I was like, pretty good game, no controversial calls, solid
No
commercials.
controversial. There were 4.
What for?
There were 4 controversial calls last night. What are you talking about? The pass interference at the end of the first half.
That
on
was pass
George Kittle.
interference.
That was controversial.
Pass
The
interference.
touchdown, the Chiefs touchdown,
That was
Yeah.
touchdown.
where his foot was outside while he was crossing the plane. The other pass interference, the offside that the Chief jumped offside during a critical play against the 49ers. And then there was another 4th one. They covered it this morning on Yahoo Sports. And I was
Okay.
like, yeah. So there were 4 controversial plays, but they all went in the Chiefs' favor. So the 49ers could be upset about it today.
man.
And you know they will be.
You know what? The power
do
went
that
out
to my
last time they played the
son's
Super Bowl, and they
team.
came back. So,
Anyway, where were we?
so $500,000, Dark Phoenix or Last Airbender twice in one day, and for me, it would not matter because that's $500,000
Yeah.
to watch.
But unless
two-
he might mean Thai baht. If he's gonna pay us
Oh.
in baht, BAHT, y'all can look that up. Take that to the bank.
Nice.
But if you're paying us in baht, I don't know.
Yeah.
500,000
You could
baht.
pay, you could
Not
pay
that
me in
good.
farts, and I'll still watch.
I will. Okay, take that.
Holy shit.
500,000 farts coming your way. RB3,
Oh,
line
gosh.
up Airbender, baby.
$500,000 worth. Of farts.
Speaking of Taco Bell,
I need a T-shirt for that. You can pay me in farts. Oh, man.
it have to be
Last
Dark
Airbender.
Phoenix.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
going
I'll
Last
do it.
Airbender. Sorry, I spoke over you.
Oh
there.
my God, it's on the book. Don't do that.
Oh no! That was one people kept wanting me to do when I did Brett to the Future was
Oh.
Last Airbender, and I don't think I've seen either of those films, so I'll try one out for 500,000 baht.
Baht. If it's baht, listen, it's probably equal to 50 U.S. cents.
Yes, yes. Good point. Let's. Anything else? We'll move on.
Fast 9 trailer.
Sure, Fast 9.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I
Last one.
thought we touched on it, but all right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
like
the whole trailer. You mean?
Oh yeah. Let's because
You're talking about the whole trailer.
The whole trailer.
The one that
'cause
dropped on
It dropped
Monday.
on Friday.
Friday. Right,
Yeah. Sorry,
right.
I'm getting my days
They
mixed
had like
up
a
too.
save the date trailer for the trailer.
Right.
Did you see? Yeah.
Yeah, we've
They're like,
gotten
save the
3
date.
trailers.
Yeah.
We got the
Yeah.
minute long of like, by the way, who tells their son, wear this for what's coming?
Yeah,
It's like,
I mean-
oh, good night.
Oy, oy,
Yeah,
oy,
yeah.
oy, oy,
And
oy, oy.
then we got the 4-minute long trailer, which I like John Cena as the bad guy, but it just like after all those articles came out about how many punches can be thrown with Jason Statham and like how many punches can be landed against The Rock and can Vin Diesel contractually lose a fight? He can't. Spoiler alert. I'm not that into. I'm okay with like a C-rate bad guy because I'm not ever worried that they're gonna lose because they contractually cannot even lose a fight, let alone the entire movie. So I don't know if that changed with John Cena coming in as the villain because I like that because I think that's like a good muscle on muscle, just like The Rock and Fast 5. But I mean, these movies are what they are. Like I can't argue. If you don't like them, I get it. If you like them, I get it as well.
Okay.
You're a big fast guy, right? RB3.
I love the Fast and Furious.
Hell.
franchise. Thank you very
I
much,
remember.
Kate.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
you saying that last week. So what's your? I'm actually interested because I don't have a horse in the race per usual.
No. I personally loved it.
Okay.
I thought it was great. It's exactly what I look for in a Fast and Furious movie. Some good action, some good fighting. It looks like it's going to be their last time or whatever. They say that every time, but I'm here for it.
What's the answer that's going to be in Schmoedown? Is it going to be F9? Is that going to be
Fast
the
9? Fast 9 probably.
It's Fast and Furious 9 right now, and F9 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 2 separate accounts.
Yeah,
on
and then like
Twitter that
the
are
Fast
verified.
Saga or something?
Yeah,
Like,
Fast Saga is the overall thing, obviously. Yeah.
What I will say though, what I do love about this trailer, and what I loved about the Super Bowl trailer too, they both use Kanye songs,
Yes.
which I thought was like super interesting, right? Like even the 30-second one, they used the gospel song, and then this one they used the Kid Cudi song. But yeah, I like that they're bringing Charlize Theron back.
Yes.
I like that there's some sort of connection here, the brother connection. It's all about family. What happens when he actually goes up against family? I'm here for it.
That's not her kid. That's his kid with the Brazilian girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the Brazilian
so,
cop.
yeah. Who is actually Chris Hemsworth's wife, for real.
Really?
Yeah, that
I
actress
did not
is
know
Chris
that.
Hemsworth's
Wow.
wife. They've
She's
had 3
cute.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Is
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth? No, he's he wasn't
Thor.
married to Miley Cyrus.
No, that was
No,
Liam.
that's Liam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Glad we worked that out.
Awkward.
I'm pretty sure today has really been the nail in the coffin on me continuing to work here. I have added
great.
nothing.
You've been great.
Did you like it though, John?
Huh?
Did you like it?
I loved the trailer. I did a reaction for it on you. It was my first trailer reaction on my channel
Oh,
that I've ever
nice.
done. So I was because I missed the Clone Wars thing, and I didn't I just had to work some shit out trying to do it because it's nervous. It's nerve wracking.
It's hard
not
to
to
do-
do it with someone else.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really nerve wracking. So
Yeah.
I kind of got over my shit because I love the Fast and Furious franchise too, RB. So I was like, I got to talk about this. So I went on for like 12 minutes about the fucking trailer. So, but I liked the trailer a lot. I liked it. I thought Cena was going to look lesser than. He looks like he can go toe to toe with Dom. So I
Yeah.
like that.
He does.
I like that they brought back Charlize as well, but I like this idea that they're like pushing the boundaries in a way that looks fun, as opposed to like flying off the space shuttle, which is the next thing for Mission Impossible. This feels like it's nutty, but it's nutty in a way that you can like enjoy.
He literally
the
catches a
rope
car.
bridge, yeah, and the rope bridge of
Yeah.
like all of that, the
that's
catching of the
great.
car, all of that is like you
Correct use of literally. Very good.
Yeah.
nice. She's
Very
a good
good.
one. You go into these movies to turn your brain off. And
I
have
do.
fun.
I do have
They
a
do.
place
Like,
here. It's grammar police.
Well, I like that Han is coming back. I'm wondering
Yes.
because Helen Mirren's in the trailer and she's
Right.
Jason Statham and Luke
Shaw.
They're the Shaw brothers' mother.
Yeah.
Are either of them going to be in this? I don't know what the deal is with Hobbs and Shaw.
Right,
and
right.
Fast now, so I don't know.
Well, people seem to not die. So certainly Statham's brother could come
Like-
back for some weird reason.
Like I was doing a trailer reaction and like
Palpatine?
Nikki, Andrew DiMolanto's wife, like gift that thing out. He literally catches a car. Like
Yeah.
the car flips and he just like stops it. I'm just like, okay, we're done here. People cannot die because an SUV just got caught by street racer Vin Diesel.
That's what I said in the trailer reaction. I go, remember when it was just a nice garage in California? What happened?
Yeah.
It's so crazy now.
Yeah, like someone when the thing was going on, they posted like the "See You Again" montage that happens at the end of Fast 7, and
Right.
I'm like, man, this series has come a long way from I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Well, it's like comic books. Like Spider-Man starts off saving the neighborhood or whatever,
Right.
and then he eventually ends up doing intergalactic
Oh
battles.
yeah, it's like Superman. Superman
Yeah.
couldn't fly when he first came out.
That's why I think this is the greatest non-superhero series or franchise ever. Because
Oh, yeah.
Dom is now a superhero.
Yeah.
He should be dead from concussions.
This is
Like,
the
just-
second.
Yeah, he
This is
definitely
insane.
has CTE. No
Yeah.
question.
This is the second time
like
in
double
this
CP.
series that Vin Diesel catches Michelle Rodriguez with a car and she thanks him.
Right.
Like she's like flying off and he runs under her with his car and she lands on the hood and she's like, "Whew, that was close." I'm like, no, this is a car. This is not a pillow that you were landing on.
I have a question.
Yes.
I legit. Do you like these because of the campiness?
My
or
physics
are the,
brain seeing the ravine jump. Impossible. The nitro boost isn't enough for the car to make the jump. Catching the rope should have damaged the car.
Duh.
Even if they make it, the rope cannot handle the momentum and the tension force will destroy the rope.
This is what I'm talking. Yes,
It was that CinemaSins coming in.
Thank you, Neil deGrasse.
Oh my God, I love me some science.
I bet you do.
Yes.
What were you saying, Brett?
So yes, I saw the
Tell me
original.
all about the physics.
Never saw any more of them. But is this fun for people because it's campy fun, or is it? It's not.
It's a good classic action movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do it in a way where it's very self-aware.
Yeah.
Like they know what is going on, and just like the direction, like the action still looks really good. Like Justin Lin is back for this
he's
one.
back. He's doing this one and the next one.
Yeah, so he knows how to direct as well, and you have these larger than life characters, but somehow they keep it contained. And when The Rock came in for Fast 5, like they've really been slowly amping it up, like just like the Mission Impossible series has been doing, but keeps it grounded. They're just like, nah, we're good. We're gonna you jumped off Dubai, we're gonna jump a car off Dubai. It literally just one-upping each other, and it's awesome.
And they rarely mess up bringing people into the franchise. They always seem to get the vibe of the franchise and fit in. Like Kurt Russell sliding in the last couple of movies.
Mr. Nobody.
Has been
Yeah, he's
fantastic.
great.
He's good. So all of it, and switching Statham around has really worked so much that they obviously did the. But it's like you go in, but I think it's the message too at the end of the day, which is about family and friendship and staying together no matter what. No matter how crazy it gets, you got to rely on each other, and that's an important message, I think, at the end of the day.
And I think a big piece of it too is like how many men of color or just people of color just in this franchise.
Sure, it's a diverse franchise.
Yeah, it's probably the most diverse franchise, I think. And then if you watch these movies in like Baldwin Hill Cinema or like, or I don't know, Carson Cinemark, like it has like a much bigger impact like there than you would probably see at like ArcLight Hollywood or something. So.
Can I tell you, I went and saw Precious. Do you remember the movie Precious?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Precious, yeah.
Based on the novel Pushed by Sapphire?
Yeah, yes. Wow.
That should be a Schmoedown question.
You have to say the entire title.
The whole title. Over on MLK.
Oh, it used to be the Rave.
Yes.
Or Magic Johnson's Theater.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, that was the best way to go see a movie ever.
Hey.
It was the best. It truly. Why aren't all audiences not vocal, interactive, and like? Because here's the thing: you're going to communally watch something. If
There's a line.
I know there's a line, but like. If you want, I don't know. I just feel like now, like, just if you don't want to interact with people, I don't know. I guess it's just so funny because I'm like, oh yeah, we're sitting in a theater with other people. Why are we pretending like we're not together? I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
I think it depends on the movie, and I absolutely hear you.
Yeah.
Like when we went to see Bad Boys for Life at the ArcLight for the screening, there was a lot of people of color in the screening, as you know, all across the. And I loved it because everyone was reacting and doing whatever, and we were all feeling like we were experiencing it together and enjoying it. But if I went to see a more like an independent film, and I was missing dialogue because somebody was yelling at the screen, like my friend Mike Nost went to see Rise of Skywalker, and this guy next to him when the thing has he goes, what is he? He goes, "That's your mom, dude. That's your mother, dude!" Like just loud as shit in the middle of the theater. That's a little too far.
Well, when Christian took me to the screening for Rise of Skywalker, people were definitely. Even then, I was like, "Oh, they were just like clapping or yelling or what." Like there was, it wasn't.
That's fine, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like Return of the King or like just Endgame.
Yeah.
Like my 2 a.m. IMAX thing on City Walk for Endgame was like borderline rowdy. Like it was almost one of those viral ones where like people. And I was reserved because people are clapping, at every single nostalgia moment. Like, oh, look at 2012 Avengers. Oh, we're back in Thor: Dark World.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll keep it. But when Cap caught Mjolnir, I screamed. It was involuntary. It came from like down here. It was like, ah!
Yeah.
So I get what you mean, but John's very right that it is a case-by-case basis.
Well, it is a case, but I also don't feel like an indie film would necessarily lend itself to people yelling at the screen. I guess what I'm saying is like, I think it's fun, like when you're, like Precious is such a hard movie, and it's and like when like the mom says something, they're like, no.
That's how If Beale Street Could Talk was when Regina King literally won that Oscar for that scene when they reveal that she's pregnant to like the Prudish family, and she's just like giving it to him, and everyone was clapping at every single burn, and especially when they walk out. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, my daughters aren't like this." And the sister goes, "Yeah, because no one will fuck them." And everyone like stood up and clapped. And yes, guys, I see you in the chat. Me and RB3 are literally going to switch right now. We're going to get some Streamlabs. So y'all keep talking while we switch.
Okay. Are we allowed to ask you about your documentary and how you felt about it?
Sure, if you want.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
How was that for you?
It was a very surreal experience.
You did not have access to
No,
it
I
at
didn't.
all.
No, and which is why someone suggested, I think Christian suggested, and a couple of people suggested I do a watch along live.
Right.
So I did a watch along on my YouTube channel,
Okay,
watching
great.
it for the first time.
Great.
It was such an incredibly well constructed documentary because it isn't just about me, it's about the game. So it's like one of those great docs where you see something progressing mirrored by this other person progressing. So back and forth, and they jumped back and forth in time and everything like that. I thought it was really, really well done. Eric and Frank were very kind to do it. The people who commented and left people who were interviewed were very kind to say, and none of them have said that stuff to my face.
Yeah.
So to see it and what they said, I thought was incredibly kind.
Says nice stuff, right?
This was very nice. Rachel was really nice. Sam was really nice.
Yeah.
Snyder was surprised. He put that veil down for just a few minutes and
Yeah.
said some nice stuff. And so it was just very moving in that way. But Stacey's Howard is the one that got me. Stacey said something, and I wish I could remember verbatim what she said or, word for word. But like, that's the one that finally broke me. And I just
She was like, I love that Latino. I love that spicy taco.
I love that Latin ass.
Stacey.
Miss Howard.
The cameras are rolling.
Howard.
Miss Howard. Miss Howard. So it was just something that she said that I just kind of finally broke me because Stacey's never once said, not that she hasn't been complimentary about stuff. She was very kind in a couple things, but I haven't, she's rarely said anything to me in the last year or anything about it. So to see people saying stuff like that, it was just it was really nice. That's all I'll say.
That's great.
It was very nice.
That's great.
For a guy who had a bit of a rough month, it was a very sweet documentary to watch.
Hey,
that's
that
for
month's
sure.
over.
Yes,
Hey,
it is.
High five.
Yes, it is.
That
Yeah,
was
a year
great.
later, January is now over.
Yeah.
God.
I know, right?
Yeah, no.
Alrighty, guys, we are getting into
Happy
Streamlabs.
Black History Month, by the way.
That's right.
Yes,
That's right.
Happy Black History Month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there an extra day this month?
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
29th?
the Atlanta Live events on Leap Day.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
right.
love
Yeah.
that. I have
Oh,
a
it's a
friend.
leap year.
I have a friend that was born on Leap Day, so he's like technically 8 years old or something.
You sound like an old prospector, Brett. Oh, it is a leap year.
It's a leap year this year.
All right,
That means some feller that's 12 years old is actually 22 years old. Did I do the math right? 24.
Nope.
That's so cool.
It's every 4. Yeah, it's every 4 years.
Let's get to some of these.
All right, Air Barber. Now this is three back-to-back messages, so let me finish this all.
Okay.
Hi, Christian. I'm new to the Schmoedown on your advice, and I don't understand the heel-face situation. I know it comes from wrestling, but when matches aren't predetermined, I don't get how you can craft that narrative. I love the characters, but this is number 2. But unlike wrestling, this is an in-the-moment competition that is bound to bring out positive and negative reactions regardless of if it is someone is supposed to be a face or a heel. I know that you want the Schmoedown to be like a real sport. Do you think the heel-face concept aligns with the future vision of the Schmoedown, or has it grown beyond that? Is it maybe time to move away from that construct? Thank you so much for all the entertainment you have given me in the past year. Thank you, Air Barber, for all 3 of those messages.
Yeah, thank you for that email. Here's what I'll say, Air Barber.
Shady.
Here's what I'll say. It adds an extra element to the situation because as a performer, you have to be aware of that when it's happening, when it's either going your way or not going your way, and then how to keep the storylines going in the post-match interview. So that's part of what separates you from the other people who do it, is your ability to be good in all 3 facets of that situation. So it does, I think, add even a more interesting element, because in wrestling, because it is predetermined, you already know what you're going to be doing, going, saying, or whatever. But when you're actually in the moment, you get authentic reactions. And the fans love that because they don't know what's going to happen. So that's what brings them back and to keep watching these things, because you don't know if someone's going to stay in character or not stay in character, what they're going to do, not going to do. It's a high wire act. And I think it does add a certain element. And look at any sports league. There are good guys and bad guys, always are good girls or bad girls. There are always in any sports league. There are people that people just don't like and people that people do like. So that's how it goes.
I wasn't offended by you saying guys. You could have stayed with guys.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I try to be, I'm trying to be respectful.
No, I consider myself, I'm a guy. Also, the other thing we should, I don't know, maybe we're not supposed to say this, but the matches are predetermined.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Are we supposed
He is
to?
going to come in here and kill you.
Yeah.
He fights against that all the time.
I give them the answers ahead of time. Now he knows it's a bit. There's no way I could give anybody any answers.
I realized we never actually talked about like the title, the thumbnail or the title story with the.
We're not done.
Yeah.
We're not done.
You know we always
the new
get to
Mutants
that
thing.
to the
Yeah,
last
we're
minute.
definitely.
Last
We
five.
want people to
worry.
yell at us about it.
Yeah. We need people sending in super chats. To
Yeah.
tell us to talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schmo bought us and tell us to get back on topic. All right, from C3P Diddy.
Oh, there's my boy.
This is for RB3. Hey, man, I know I talk smack since you're not in the best faction, the Den. What?
Told you.
But I wanted to say you are a huge inspiration to me.
Aw.
Wow. Thank you, C3P Diddy.
There you
go.
RB3 inspires everybody, honestly.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nobody is loved the way RB3 is.
It's very, very true. RB3, if you this is C3 Diddy again. RB3, if you could change a Quentin Tarantino movie to be directed by Christopher Nolan and vice versa, which ones would it be? For me, I'd love to see Quentin direct Insomnia and Nolan direct Jackie Brown.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great. I would love to see Inception done by Tarantino because my biggest problem, I love that movie, but my biggest problem with that movie is the dialogue. And I think if you got Tarantino to do a dialogue for that, what Nolan movie will I want to see Tarantino do? I don't know. That's
a good
tough.
question.
Yeah. Maybe like Interstellar or something, just to like, or no, I'm sorry. I guess it's the other way.
Yeah, it's the other way. Yeah.
I'd like to see him do Memento.
Memento.
I think Tarantino would kill in Memento
That's
because
very true.
like just like the time
No, but
lapsing
it's-
and going back over.
We need to pick a Tarantino movie that Nolan would direct.
Oh, Jackie Brown.
Yeah?
Yeah, I say Jackie Brown. That's the most Nolan. That's the most realistic Tarantino movie.
I would like to see Nolan's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'd be down with that.
I'd like to see him do Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
That's a good
actually probably
choice.
the best choice, yeah.
And I would
That's the
take
best choice.
Tarantino's The Dark Knight Rises. I would like to see him
Oh,
fix that
that's
a little
good.
bit with better dialogue.
Absolutely. That's a good choice. I like that choice, John, a lot. All right, give me the Chan. Rocha, you're an industry professional. Keep up the great hosting skills. Founding fathers for life.
Thank you. It's very kind.
Christian Alante, speaking of female sports fans, I was at Game 7 of the Celtics-Cavs, and there was a Cavs fan behind me who cheered when LeBron scored. My friend's girlfriend turned around and said to him, "Hey, your girlfriend is beat as hell, so STFU." I was speechless, LOL. Wow.
Ladies don't play at games, dog.
Yeah.
Ladies do not play.
They don't. They don't even talk about sports. They'll just go for the jugular.
That's what I'm saying. She said your girlfriend's ugly.
Yeah. Well, there was that clip that went viral of like LeBron walking out of the tunnel, and the lady goes, "Hey, LeBron, you're a punk ass bitch," and like everybody turns. I was like, "Oh, geez."
Yeah.
The game was over. Joe the Giant. Oh wait, sorry, Ralph Malayer. Hey all, there was an official announcement on the breakdown for points in the MTS. Oh, was there an official? How many points for the winner, loser, and the point value for each division? Also, was the grand prize already determined for the winning faction? Thanks, y'all are great. I don't think the winning faction thing is done, the
It's
grand
not,
prize.
yeah.
But have we gone over the points? Has that been announced yet, or should
Yeah,
we
the
wait for the
points-
announcement?
No, I don't know if we're not allowed to.
Yeah.
Basically, I won't give what the point values are, but there's a it's the same for the teams.
You're doing a great job.
I'm doing a great job.
I know there's different points for TKOs,
Yes, exactly.
KOs,
Yes.
and wins,
Yep.
and then there's different points for like an Inner Geekdom match or a Star Wars match and
Yes.
stuff like that. So there are different point values. We just don't know if we're allowed to spill
Yeah.
the beans yet.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
We'll have Christian.
Yeah, there will definitely be an official announcement on the rundown or on backstage or on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Joe the Giant, what's the biggest shock of the weekend? Han still being alive in Fast 9, Bad Boys for Life remains #1 at the box office after 3 weeks,
Yes.
or Bonnie showing up to the Schmoedown?
We don't know if she did though.
I don't know
We
if she
don't know
did or
if
not.
she did, right?
Right.
We don't know if she did.
I don't know.
That would be the biggest surprise, though.
Right.
That would be
Absolutely.
the biggest
Of all that,
surprise.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can't spoil that. We can't spoil it.
Yeah, you can't
No.
spoil
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We don't know if
Jose
she did.
and Dino. Hello, as a Puerto Rican myself, I was very proud when our flag was shown
Yes.
during the halftime, but
Yes,
I
Jalen.
want to know your thoughts when that happened. Thank you, Rocha, my man.
Oh man, I thought it was great. You know, showing love for your country or for your country, your heritage of your country I thought was badass. And you know, and they did it right as she's saying. The girl was saying, "We are all Americans," or "We are Americans." So I thought it was positive. I
Yeah.
loved it. I thought it was
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I like it too.
And it was on the backside of an American flag. I mean, she was
Right,
wearing the American
right.
flag, and on the inside was the Puerto Rican
right.
flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. All one.
I just want to make
Yeah,
sure. I
that's
just want to
right.
make people understand. Black people don't own the minority corner. You know, we exist too. I just want to make sure people understand that. And it's okay for us to show out a little bit. It's okay for us to show out a little bit. You know.
He said, okay.
Okay.
I know it's
RB3, give it to me.
Meanwhile,
No, you're right,
there's
you're right.
we get a Latin history. When do we get? March? I don't know when we get.
Yeah, you get. Yeah,
I think we get March.
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh yeah.
There you go. That's all. I'm kidding.
I love it. I love it.
A plus,
You're
sir.
definitely right. Though. More than one.
All right.
oh man.
You're definitely right. Let's move on, though.
We don't get a Mulan.
Rohit Kale. Hey, guys. Awesome show till now. Being an Indian, just curious if any of you have seen any Bollywood movies. If yes, then which is your favorite one?
Oh, good question. Jabby Kwai, he covers all this stuff on his YouTube channel. So people are always sending me movies to watch, and I will get into them at some point.
You'll have to forgive me. I forgot. I took a film class in college, and one of the units that we covered was Bollywood. I cannot remember the titles of what I've watched, but I actually really got into them. I love a song and dance.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful, and the actors and actresses are. I don't know. It's a great. Talk about wanting to watch that in public too.
Yeah.
I would go see that in public.
What about you, Sheridan?
I've only seen the one where somebody dubs over what it sounds like they're saying, the Benny Lava one.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
only thing I've ever seen. Is that disrespectful, that video? I hope not. I think I would enjoy them because I do love a singing dance and what have you. RB3, what do you think?
I'm really trying to, because there was again, this is the same situation as Kate. We did watch one. like, in film school, but it just
forget
the name. I'm trying to find the name.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Keep looking that up. Yeah. But
Also,
I'm on the same. Like I need to get some Bollywood in me, honestly, because I know like I'm in the same boat. Like they're vibrant, they're beautiful, they're musicals. Like they
It's
look
so
amazing.
Totally its own thing. I mean, there's
And they make a crap ton of money. Those
Accuser of the Bagels. I'm super psyched for Bagel Bandit versus RB3. Can't remember the last time I was so excited for a match.
That's
Probably because I spend so much time watching you guys. I feel super invested. Truth be told, I'm willing to both of you. Truth be told, I'm willing to.
Maybe rooting.
No, it says, truth be told, I'm willing to both of you. I'm guessing it means both of us to win. But yeah, thank you so much, man. Yeah, it's coming out Friday. I'm looking forward to it.
They both win.
Yeah, that's a spoiler. They
Nobody
both won.
loses. Nobody loses.
It's the scene from Rocky 3. We
Yes.
just end in that painting. Ferris Muthana. Hey guys, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Is it me, or do we see an increase in car commercials each year? Because I swear I brought like 6 cars in my head, or I bought 6 cars in my head during the Super Bowl. So have a wonderful day. I agree with that sentiment.
And all hybrid and electric, all easily affordable automobiles for the general public.
Self-pack.
Oh, this hybrid's only 80,000. I'll take 2.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Do you have it in blue?
Tim Sim was the Schmoebot about Shakira in the halftime show,
Oh, nice.
where she went right to the camera, which was the best part.
So my favorite tweet was someone said, "This is what the bottom of my Chipotle bowl sees when I finish." I was rolling. I was
perfect.
I was rolling.
The internet is too good.
Yeah.
Christian's huge package and Anthony
The breakdown
Nugent.
of the points system is available on the Schmoedown Live.
There you go.
Come under Stats. Stats Central on the upper right of the page.
Thank
2
you,
points
Lucas.
for win plus 1 point for KO or TKO, 3 points for title win, 1 point for title loss. Add 1 point for IG/SW win.
Star Wars, right?
Thank
and then I
you.
think an IG is 3 points.
Yeah,
as
I think
well,
I think IGN, because there's fewer of those. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
There
Thank
you
you
go.
so much for that, Lucas.
Thank you,
really
Lucas.
appreciate that,
Nice.
because we're all dummies over here. Anthony Nugent in the Schmoebot, Christian's
Oh my
huge
God, that
package
funny
in the hilarious one, son of a bitch. Giancarlo Gillicami Jr. So how long have Kate and Brett known each other? Did you guys just avoid birthday? So does anyone in the room know each other's birthday? Loving the crew. RB3 versus Bagel Bandit. # Sniper Brett v No Show Bonnie.
That's a good name.
Brett and I actually only met last year.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
met doing Collider. Christian had us both on Collider at one point. And then I think we only did it together once. Is that right?
Yeah,
did
I
we only
think-
do Collider once together?
One show, yeah. That,
And then you've
Then
watched every moment of our relationship since.
Yeah. And it was just like, oh, this is Kate, and let's go, and we roll. There was no like,
That shot was so perfect. I just got your hand just slowly getting the mic down. It was amazing.
Get that mic right.
Yeah, I don't think I know anybody's birth. I know Brett's birthday. You all know our birthday now too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Your birthday. Give me a season.
Fall.
I feel like you're summer. Okay.
There's nothing summer about me. That's for damn sure.
You're hot. That's what I.
Well, thank you.
All right, you're
If
October.
only I had a beard.
You're October.
What? Yes, I am.
October 15th.
Close.
October 14th.
Okay, we're moving on.
I'm sure Christian would like us to do this instead of
I'm sorry.
I know you guys donated money, but Kate's got quite a few days to guess in October. Dwayne Joseph sent in the Schmoebot about the radio shots.
Yep, thank you, Dwayne.
Haskell 420. Congrats to Jay Washington, who was shown in the fourth quarter 2-minute warning Facebook ad. He was holding that cement medicine ball. I retweeted Jay's pics of it to him, and yeah, I saw that on Jay.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, he got a Super Bowl commercial this year. It was pretty
Nice,
cool.
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay's the one non-celebrity that got a Super Bowl commercial. Good for him.
I was gonna say he might be a little too famous for us.
Yeah.
maybe.
That's right. See if that check clears. That's usually the thing.
That awesome Thai guy, 1998, sent in the Schmoebot. Anthony Nugent. Here's $1, Ben. Here's $1. Sorry, Ben. Hope you crushed on Saturday. Thanks, Anthony. Kristen Smith.
Hey.
Can Brett do a drunk review of the Super Bowl?
Oh,
I didn't watch
yeah.
it, so I need a good recap. Where you got the music queued up, RB3? Thank you, sir.
Well, you got two teams that are playing. There's the Chiefs and the 69ers.
Nope.
And the New England 69ers,
Yeah,
right? Okay. And they all did it. They are very. I thought this was a gentleman's sport, and they fight, and they're pushing each other, and I'm like, gentlemen, stop it! This is a gentleman's sport. Let's behave like gentlemen. And then they have the halftime, and oh my goodness, it got hot in that house. Those ladies can dance. And then we were all worried because the one team, not the 69ers, they were gonna do better than the one that my son liked, and I was like, you better not do this to my boy. You let my son's team win.
Thank you,
Brett.
Brett. All right, we're going to get a few more of these, and then we're going to get into the main topic.
Perfect.
11:55.
Main topic. All right, see you guys later.
It was nice hosting the show.
Cbonius, thank you for your service, Rocha. Your audio went out. I don't know why I'm so loud. Your audio went out after the watch-along for your doc. How awesome was it? I've watched it 3 times.
Yeah, it was weird because I was watching it on my Bluetooth headphones. Yeah. And so when I switched back out to my regular audio, YouTube was like, nope, sorry, you're cut off. So, and when I went back, because I stopped the stream after like looking like a grandpa trying to figure out stuff on the computer.
Yeah.
I stopped the stream and restarted a new stream.
Hey, Rocha, what is your opinion on Young Guns and the Quick and the Dead?
I love Young Guns, and I think Quick and the Dead is a Sam Raimi film that doesn't get enough affection, and Sharon Stone's actually damn good in that movie, and so is DiCaprio, and so is Russell Crowe.
And so is Gene Hackman.
And well, of course, that's a given. By the way, this is you'll see Gene Hackman every movie. Every movie. I do that every time.
Oh my God!
Every movie. Now you guys just went click and you saw the scene in your head every single time. Or he'll do that.
Which god-awful movie franchises that you guys would do a long day marathon?
Oh.
Michael Bay's Transformers excluded Bumblebee, saw The
Excluding
Purge,
Bumblebee,
Twilight, Alvin and the Chipmunk, or the Balls Garbage Fist? P.S. We'll beat you this Friday, Ben.
Oh, yeah, we will beat you this Friday. You're right.
There you can try. You can try.
Yeah, I personally watch Twilight. I'm a big Twilight fan, so I'd go with Twilight.
I will be there with you.
I'll join you guys for Twilight. Out of Alvin and the Chipmunks, Transformers, Uva Bowl, or what was the other one?
It was just Uva Bowl.
There was one more. I can't. Oh, it was The Purge. Oh my gosh.
I'd say there's like 2.5 good movies out of the
Yeah?
Purge. Like
that is
Purge 2.
2.5 too many, sir.
I will happily watch all the Transformers movies. I have them in 4K. I have them all on 4K
2004
now.
Super Bowl, the year we got the unwanted, infamous Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction.
Yes.
16 years later, the halftime show finally made up for it.
I have no idea what that means. Okay. I thought it was a good halftime show.
I think this is the men rewatchability factor.
Yes,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, let's do these last two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel Perahofsky. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Okay, so I'll be listening to this on podcast and work, so forgive me if this has been mentioned, but did you guys catch Rebel Wilson's hilarious cat's dress comment at the BAFTAs? Oh my gosh, I pissed myself laughing. Dan from Stoke-on-Trent in the UK, hashtag fuck Brexit.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I didn't see it.
I did not.
No, I don't watch the BAFTAs.
I saw
so-
Joaquin Phoenix's speech. It was great.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Hi gang, question Rocha, are the City Slickers movies westerns or comedies or both? Love you all, have a good day.
They're samurai films. Actually.
One stupid word. One stupid word. Story of my life. No, yeah, I think the Western comedies, logically, like Cat Ballou and all this. There's a long history of Paint Your Wagon. There's a long history of Western comedies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think
Mel
of it.
Brooks.
And then last one before we get into the main topic, Haskell 420 again. I believe that Helen Mirren's speech to Dom when your family's angry at you was a total misdirect, as the clips make it seem like she's talking about Cena's character. I think she's referring to Han, or could be Han's twin brother getting justice for Han. With this series, you can't count. He could be a clone of Han, honestly. Like, that could be a Han android in Fast and the Furious, and I would not be surprised at all. Yeah. But still, looking forward to it. But let's get into the main topic. Professor X.
Wait, what if Han came back and he had these, like, the Emperor had these things, like, hooked up?
I mean, you see the technology they use for Idris Elba and Hobbs and Shaw. Like, praise us and to bring him back. Like,
It's a bunch of
Superman.
Jason Statham's in a lab somewhere, like, in a vat.
Han clones and vats, you know?
All right, so main topic time, guys. New Mutants is coming out finally after production hell, after the Disney buyout. We are finally getting it. And we had the director commenting that it was in the same timeline as the Fox X-Men line. Yeah. He was even surprised that they were going to let him do this because he is going full horror with this. Like, I wish we would have gotten the Doctor Strange, but apparently we're not going to. Quote, it's funny, man. They're so emboldened by Deadpool and Logan that they really let us. I can't believe they let us make this movie. If they knew all the stuff in this, I'm still like, do you know how effed up this movie is? End quote. So... it seems like it would have been James McAvoy, Professor X, not Patrick Stewart. Would you guys have wanted it? Does it matter if it's in the same timeline, or do you guys like that it's kind of a standalone film?
They barely got the original ones half right.
Yeah.
So to throw in even more characters and mess with their timelines, because you make with the 80s, that means if you do a modern X-Men film, they're all grown up. So they would have to have like adult versions of these, or even more adult versions of these characters. So to me, I'm like, it's a lot of extra stuff that would have, it would have been cool and obviously would have connected all the movies in that way. But in the long run, I don't know if it would have 100% worked.
I'm going to let the people that know about this
Yeah.
talk. Honestly, I mean, I'm tapping out. Nobody wants to hear.
Why are people not into this? I saw a trailer for it. Right? Was there a trailer?
New Mutants.
Yeah. And I thought, oh, this looks cool, but then I hear people bad mouthing, so I don't know what the.
Well, part of it is that it was literally supposed to come out like two and a half years ago.
Okay.
So
I know,
like,
but
they kept pushing it back.
why does everybody keep announcing when things are supposed to come out?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it
when
happened
they're
with Dark
filming.
Phoenix.
I
Like,
know,
they literally
just-
dropped the trailer, and the next day, like the release date was on the trailer, and the next day they changed the release date. Like, it was crazy.
They released a whole trailer and literally pushed it back. So.
I'm just saying, you didn't buy a house until the contract signed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
right.
Like,
Well, the
until
problem is there
so I
aren't
just sort of feel
enough
like-
movies or other content to watch. So,
Especially superhero stuff.
yeah,
We don't
oh,
have
no,
nearly enough
we're-
of that.
They're waiting. Like they're like, please, I have nothing to watch.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Well, no, look, basic reason is because the studios and the movie theaters have to plan for these kinds of things and roll out promotional campaigns, marketing campaigns. That's why they announce it. But you're right. It is annoying because it can bite them in the ass when they have to move stuff back, because
Right.
fans immediately go, oh, it's a bad movie. Oh, it's not that good.
Yeah, like the word reshoots is like,
Oh, yeah.
like people. I think people automatically take reshoots as like a bad thing, even though almost every movie does
Everybody- yeah.
reshoots.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's real strange. RB3, are you looking forward to this? Like, do you want to see New Mutants? Did you want to see it with Professor X in the same timeline, or do you like it separate?
Well, it's funny when they first like announced it, like this was on my most anticipated list of like 2018. You know what I mean? So like I was really looking forward to the idea. I love Josh Boone.
Josh Boone, yeah.
That's how you pronounce it. He did another movie that's like a romantic comedy. I forget what it's called, but it's with Logan Lerman and somebody else.
Yeah.
I think Shailene Woodley. But yeah, he's a really good filmmaker, and I think the idea of them taking like a X-Men movie and making it basically
Fault in Our Stars.
Fault in Our Stars, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And he did something else before that too that was really good. But like the idea of taking like this kind of self-contained story and making it just a straight up Stephen King inspired horror movie, I think it's brilliant. Stuck in Love. That's the one I was talking about.
Sorry to keep interrupting you.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I want to see that kind of like teenage, vibrant kind of tone be present in this with the horror aesthetic around it. I love what they do with Deadpool. I love what they do with Logan, this whole like standalone one-off, spin-off kind of thing. It would kind of make it weird if they tried to incorporate it into the main timeline. But if that's what they were originally planning on doing, all power to them. But I like it being its own standalone thing as well. Yeah. And I it kind of sucks that the reason why they pushed it back too is because it got caught in the whole Disney Fox turmoil thing.
Yeah.
I wish it was a more fortunate circumstance where you could have seen this a lot closer to Logan, because I think people would have received it a lot better.
Well, the rumors that they've had 2 separate reshoots for this thing. So I'd like to see, I'm curious to see what ends up being the final product of the film. Will it be the original cut anyway, since it's going to go horror, or will it incorporate some of the reshoots? Because there are rumors about Sunspot's dad being Antonio Banderas. There were all these kinds of rumors. They were floating around about what would be going, and so we'll see.
I also wonder too if the reshoots were about the fact that, not that I would be able to tell, but that like if there is a difference in 2018 versus 2020, like technology or the way things look or what's in vogue,
or even the
shooting
actors.
wise, or the
like
actors,
Maisie looks older than she did.
I mean, they even had to CGI de-age the kids in It. Because like they were going through puberty, and then like the famous wig from Fan Four Stick on Kate Mara, like that is going to be like a thing to kind of notice or look for, of how much did they have to rearrange or de-age or CGI for this movie, because there were reshoots and so far apart that this movie finally got greenlit.
A little hot tip for everybody.
Ooh, hot tip.
See, I do know something.
Hello.
My husband used to work on Nickelodeon shows, and they actually shoot like as often, permitting with the kids' schedules, but they have to shoot as many seasons as they can in 1 year because the way the kids age.
Yeah.
So my husband, who's been the show he was on had ended 2.5 years ago. They just finished airing.
Wow.
And I'm like, which is great, because we know that means there'll be money coming in.
I was gonna say
residuals.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's so crazy because they shot that 2.5 years ago.
What does he do?
He's a writer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm actually going to see if he can come in, because
awesome.
I think there's a lot of stuff going on with the Writers Guild and these agencies and stuff. I think it would be good for him to, because I think it's going to change the way things are getting made.
Well, it just
what's going on with the writers?
The Writers Guild Awards just happened last night, I think, and then we had the BAFTAs as well over the weekend.
Yeah, let's talk about the BAFTAs then. Yeah,
1917.
Yeah, go ahead, Rocha. You know it.
1917 killed it, son. I mean, I mean, I know a lot of people are starting now. There's a backlash against every film now. I mean, this now becomes a yearly thing.
It does, right? I feel like the big one was like recently was La La Land.
Right.
Like La La Land had the momentum, and then last year it was Stars Born. Last year, I feel like it was A Star Is Born.
Right. The backlash for Green Book
was after
going on the whole time.
Yeah.
But The Star Is Born was right as they started coming close to award season.
Yeah, everyone was like, this is it. This is the thing. And then, like, when it came out, I was like, no. Lady Gaga wasn't that good. Like, Bradley Cooper's direction wasn't that good. Right. It's like, they're just good movies. Yeah. Like, you could just have a good movie that everybody likes. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's the lingering stink from Weinstein and what he ran in the 90s. And yes, these films that wouldn't normally have been
campaigns.
Right, the smear campaigns, they wouldn't normally have. Yes, it was great that those smaller films kind of won Best Pictures and kind of expanded the horizon of moviegoers. But look at how it changed how people campaigned for their movies, and now there's these little things they're always trying to jab. And there's people they hire. They go and find what's the right narrative to put out there to undercut the chances of another movie so that your movie gets nominated.
Who wants to win that way?
And and it's even worse now.
The Den.
Like we're in the computer.
I didn't say anything.
But I think what's funny is that like now it's even more amplified because there is like Twitter and social media.
Yeah.
There's like this mob mentality kind of thing of like if one person says it, it's automatically going to fly. Like I don't even know if the whole La La Land and Moonlight thing was even like a smear merchant per se. That could have just been somebody on Twitter who had that take and it just exploded.
Yeah.
And you know, that's something they would promote too. So
it's a good point.
It's tough. I think this year I don't get why 1917 would have some sort of backlash. Like
people are
really
calling
nothing wrong with
people are calling it a video game. That's the backlash.
Really?
They're saying it doesn't feel real. It feels like a video game. Like,
I could
Yeah,
get
they
that
call it like a
criticism,
gimmick.
but-
Like,
Yeah,
it's
well,
just like-
I called it a gimmick. So, but
How dare you?
I called it a gimmick, but I still put it as like my number 4 movie of the year because if you look at it outside of it being a one take thing, it actually is a really good, well made movie.
Yeah,
and I think that at the end of the day, that should be what we're awarding Best Picture. Now, obviously, I think Parasite should win Best
Yes.
Picture
Right.
over 1917.
I agree with you.
But that being,
I think it's going to. I think
you
it's
think Parasite's going to win.
Parasite feels like that Spider-Verse situation where no one was thinking Spider-Verse was going to beat Disney or going to win it, but people wanted it to happen.
Yeah.
And then this groundswell made it happen. So that could happen for
I think
Parasite.
Klaus is going to steal animated too
It
because
should.
it's starting to clean up as well. But
Klaus is
I
so
think
good.
Parasite is getting that Roma buzz. I don't
Yeah.
think it's no longer a foreign film in people's eyes. Like a regular at my bar that is like this Irish guy that just gets drunk every night came in. He's like,
Okay,
so I saw that.
let's not smear.
Well, just
that.
like a guy that I've
That guy
never
sounds-
heard him talk
that guy
about.
Sounds fantastic.
He's
for the record.
no, he's super nice. Like he's a
sounds like
regular.
He
I
sounds
love
like he
him.
comes from a culture of wonderful people. And it's probably not his fault he's there every day. He's probably got a gene in him that's
No,
making
necessarily.
him
Now
show
you're
up.
saying it, not me.
I'm defending my people.
Coming from a Sheridan, I would say that maybe.
Mulligan and Sheridan have something to see.
But it's like when people you never hear talk about movies are like, "Hey, did you see that Parasite film?"
Yeah.
It's like, and he loved it, and so it's like, I feel I'm just gonna focus on Rocha right now because he's losing his fucking mind.
Ben,
Where's our Irish month?
have you seen Parasite? Have you seen Parasite? These Koreans can make a film, Ben. I tell you, I've never seen a film like Parasite.
Parasite. That's a
How?
great accent. That's good. You didn't go the Lucky Charms.
No,
that's
no, no,
That's
no,
the
no.
thing that bugged us. At
That's how we know you're a real UK guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
The real thing about Irish.
bring me a bottle.
The real thing about Irish is that it's a little bit subtle at first, but it's a little bit on the tip of the tongue. But also, it's the THs at the beginning of the words.
Saoirse Ronan, when she speaks.
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh,
it's
she's the
it's
best.
trait. It's half 30.
Yeah.
You know, 3:30. Yeah.
Trey Turgeon.
It's half 3.
Her and Kelly McDonald
Oh my
Oh, yeah,
God! From
Kelly
Boardwalk.
McDonald.
from Boardwalk and Brave.
Oh,
Oh
God,
my!
I love her.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love her.
I
Just
was
Nookie.
so surprised
Thompson.
when I watched because I watched No Country for Old Men first,
Yeah.
and her Southern accent is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then seeing her in Boardwalk, I was like, which one is real? Because they
Listen,
both sound so
I
good.
still think Idris Elba is Stringer Bell.
He
still like-
breaks
every
a
once in a while,
little
like-
bit. Like when he gets real mad,
Oh
it comes
my
out.
Yeah, you can
my
hear it.
God.
Yeah.
On the
I
edges.
just-
I love how Idris Elba starring a Tyler Perry movie too. Nobody wants to talk about that.
We will in the Schmoedown, maybe.
yeah, maybe.
I might
Yeah,
put
you
that
were,
slice.
you were
Oh, sorry.
talking about
Yeah,
Yeah, what the
Parasite.
fuck were we talking about?
Parasite.
Are you talking about Parasites?
Parasite.
Patty.
You have to say it like that now.
You have to say it like Parasite. Is that good? Was that good?
That was good.
That's good. I appreciate it.
I'm trying. Thank you.
I love it.
What the only thing that like worries me about Parasite, I think he's gonna win Best Director, Best Foreign Film,
Yeah.
Best Screenplay. I think they're gonna give it everything but Best Picture. Personally, like they did the same thing with Roma last year. Like everybody thought Roma was gonna win because like Roma was probably the best made movie like out of those nominees last year. But they gave it everything else. But I think there's some article that came out too that said like 17 people in the like anonymous voters didn't watch Parasite because it has subtitles or some shit like that. So it'll be tough for me to see this Academy give Parasite Best Picture.
Right.
But I think they're definitely gonna give it like Best Director, Best Foreign Film. They're gonna give it everything else. But
I could be insane, RB, but I got a weird feeling that something's gonna win that we don't expect to win Best Picture.
I was gonna say, what movie would you guys bet your house on? No one. I mean, does anyone have
If
houses
you
here?
owned a
I do,
house.
I do have a house.
Okay.
I do.
Wow. Thanks, Kate.
Oh wow! All right, Kate.
What would you
I
bet
do
your
have a house.
ridiculous rent on?
My
What
house
would you
caught
bet
me-
your 4-year lease on?
Yeah, my house cost me 500,000 baht. Cost me that. No. Well, okay. First of all, I just did the math. The Oscars are on a Sunday per usual, which means that we're all going to meet back here on the following Monday. I can't wait to see
That is
how this.
good point.
This.
we got predicted now.
Yeah. So
Whoever loses brings donuts. I think that's fair.
absolutely.
Don't go down the street though, because it was $12 for half a dozen.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And that's why
No.
he stole them.
That's right.
Donut Boy? Is that the new one? Oh, no. We can't want to do that. Anyway, yeah.
Donut baby.
Oh.
Let's just de-age him.
Oh, it's me.
I'll just use
They're going to hear me, damn it!
I'm gonna bet the farm on 1917 though. I will say that I do think I think Parasite's gonna be the number 2.
Yeah.
But I think 1917's got a.
How can we prove it's the number 2? What do you mean?
Don't they release the votes? I could have sworn they released
I
because
don't
know. No,
because
that's
I
the
know
big
Best
issue.
Picture.
But
gets,
listen, if you have that intel,
Yeah.
we would
Yeah.
like to know.
I thought they did.
Maybe they do.
Could be
I don't
wrong.
know.
I don't
really
remember
know.
them ever doing that, but maybe last year they did.
I think that's Miss America. Where you find out the top 3.
Same amount of importance.
Yes.
Yeah, 1917 is definitely the least controversial. I think that's probably gonna have the best shot. I literally wouldn't be surprised if they gave it to Joker though. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I think Joker.
God, I hope not.
I don't want it to be Joker, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be Joker.
I think
that is, if in terms of you're asking what
Right,
would surprise
right, right,
us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Well,
about
the
you,
most
Brett?
surprising, but I think they.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them. No, I've
saw
it's funny.
Parasite.
Yeah, I've
saw
seen
Jojo.
Parasite.
Yeah.
And Jojo Rabbit. Like,
saw
but
Parasite.
I really like. I went into Parasite with no
I know, that's how you
knowledge
have
of
to,
it,
yes.
and I'm bad. I'm a bad reader. I mean, that's why I don't hate subtitles, but I have to read very slow, and sometimes I feel like it takes me out of the film. And this one didn't. I think it was just enough. The dialogue wasn't so fast. It wasn't so, and I my wife and I really enjoyed it. So, 1917, we keep going. Oh, we need to see this in the theater. We need to see this in the theater. It's not gonna happen. We should just watch the screen.
So Parasite's a big fan. Ireland loves Parasite. That's what you'll say.
Ireland loves Parasite. They stand
They
Parasite.
stand Parasite. My shock would be The Irishman.
Yeah. Oh,
And
the
My outrage would be The Irishman.
Don't put it out of the realm of possibility. That you know how older the Academy still
Yeah,
is.
very true.
A white male, like it's
Yeah.
certainly possible. I'm not saying that it's the reason, but I'm saying it's possible.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what the old white male vote I think will probably help too. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
That I
just
was
has
gonna
how
say
they
that.
run
I was
the
gonna.
title.
It was,
Like-
my
I feel
biggest
like
shock would be Jojo Rabbit. My biggest shock with everything happening and
That's
stuff.
actually
like,
a good point.
I think that would be my biggest shock. But yeah, my biggest least shock would be Once Upon a Time because because Hollywood loves to jerk itself off.
Whoa.
I know, but I also have to say, old white men. I feel like, well, I don't know. I'm thinking about like my dad and my father-in-law were both like, we had to turn that movie off. Nothing happened.
No,
like it's
Irishman?
just
Yeah.
no, sorry.
Oh.
They loved the Irishman. No, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I just realized
There
I
was
saw
so
that
many
one too.
dirty-
Whoa.
Hey, look at you, Brett.
Yeah. I say 1917, barring any kind of upset, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, we did not talk about the Black Widow trailer.
Yeah.
Let's
how
talk about
that?
there's a lot of Super Bowl ads, but yeah, let's talk about Black Widow because the main standout for me was him doing the Cap kicking the shield to himself.
Taskmaster.
And the only time that I can remember that Cap does that is in the elevator in Winter Soldier. The only time he kicks it up to himself. So is he a former Hydra/Shield
I
agent?
love how you think it's a he.
It's I am the one that said that it could be Florence Pugh.
I don't think it's her. I think it's Rachel Weisz.
Think so? I think it's possible.
Because when they show them three together, it's Red Guardian, Florence Pugh, and her. They don't show Rachel.
Ooh.
I'm saying she's Taskmaster.
She's the one that says you got fat.
No. I mean in the new trailer.
Oh, in the new trailer.
When they
Okay,
were
gotcha.
holding hands in that moment out in the battlefield, she's not there.
Well, someone pointed out because people on the internet like are so good with this that this takes place between Civil War and Infinity War,
Yeah.
and that the garb that she's wearing in Infinity War resembles Florence Pugh's, and the fact that her hair is blonde, so like maybe that doesn't bode well for her character. But I'm still in that it's a Florence Pugh thing, especially because the fact that they cut it out of the trailer after they put it in when they do the whole gun switching thing, they cut it out of the trailer. It's no longer in the first theatrical release trailer, and the fact that Taskmaster is copying people's fighting styles. And even though it could be a Black Widow thing as well, like the Widow training, but I'm still in the Florence Pugh as Taskmaster camp. What do you guys think?
I want to know why you're not playing IG for us. It just occurred to me.
Because we have Brandon and Saul.
I know. But you,
Saul.
I think you would be.
Saul's an Intergeekdom player? I didn't know that. Wow.
The answer is,
by the way,
Star Trek.
I also didn't know that when I drafted him. Guys, it was like, you want Saul? I'm like, yeah, I did want Saul. Thank you. Not realizing, I was like, okay.
William Shatner.
Like, Saul can do anything as far as I'm concerned.
Sure. I like that.
But yeah, what'd you guys think of the trailer? I know it's only 30 seconds, but
yeah, I liked it. I like all the trailers they put out for Black Widow. I mean,
Me too.
I really hope they really lean into like the Winter Soldier type of vibe, where it's just mostly like practical action stunts. Yeah, that's really what I want to see from this movie. Who's Taskmaster? I have no idea. I mean, I do hope that it's probably, because one thing that's kind of a giveaway for me is like in the original trailer, in the first trailer, the Taskmaster comes up and then Black Widow's like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Disney's not going to let that fly. Like, it's definitely going to be a girl. I don't know which girl. It might be Florence Pugh. It might be Rachel Weisz. It might be somebody completely different.
Oh, cool.
Jennifer
Lawrence.
Jennifer
Red Sparrow. Surprise.
it's Mystique.
Mystique. Yeah, that's the way they bring in the X-Men.
Yep.
Yeah. And she doesn't have to wear the makeup too, so she's got the face mask.
Exactly.
By the way, when you said Jennifer Lawrence, I was picturing Jennifer Hudson, and I was like, yeah. Wait a minute. Surprise! It's me.
She's gonna start singing memories.
You're gonna miss me. I think Florence Pugh takes over for Scarlett Johansson after she dies as Black Widow, which is why I think Rachel Weisz, because Rachel Weisz feels like she's the older sister, so she would know all her sister's moves. So it just seems to make sense to me, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
absolutely.
Is Rachel Weisz still married to Darren Aronofsky?
No, Jennifer Lawrence was actually
and she's married to Daniel Craig, but I think they might have gotten divorced or separate. I don't know.
Okay.
That's a good-looking couple, though.
She's
all right, let's get back into these Streamlabs.
It's like you and Bonnie.
Hey.
Okay. Jay Scotty for real. Did
Bonnie,
Rocha
man.
see Christopher Quarry's tweet signaling the return of Kittredge to the Mission Impossible franchise?
Yeah. Martin Soxas. He's on his way back.
Think it's some of the franchise classy mask trickery at work or a legitimate reintroduction of the character to the films?
I hope it's a reintroduction because he's so great in Mission Impossible 1. And the fact that they say the past always you can't escape your past is brilliant. Because if you're going to wrap everything up, you got to bring people back from the first one. So I think...
he was straight out of like 70s spy films in that first movie. So I really hope that it's actually him because he was great.
You can't escape your past, Ethan. It's so good.
That's good.
Anyway.
Rocha.
Just find me later.
Rocha. I
Find
will
me later,
find you
Kate.
later.
Do your Gene Hackman again.
Sailor. Oh no, wait, he was Army.
Soldier.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
I knew you were struggling to find that one, Brett. The Phantom Schlong. Hey, gang. It's Augustine again this Sunday. Just for fun, I went to go see Bad Boys again. But unfortunately, it was less enjoyable because of a couple that kept taking selfies and kissing.
What?
Did you guys have any experiences like that? P.S. I got them kicked out. Attaboy.
Yeah.
Attaboy, Augustine. That's what they deserve.
Am I allowed to cuss on the show?
Yeah.
I kill a motherfucker for that. Because I'm trying to watch.
Worst theater experience.
Worst theater experience?
Yeah. I'll timestamp this bad boy.
Okay.
Keep it concise if you can.
I will.
Sir.
Real quick. Here's the deal. I had a thing for dating my dental hygienists. I had a thing for a while, right?
What kind of kink is that?
I didn't know that's how that story was going to start.
So
if someone said, guess how this story starts, I wasn't going to
guess
that.
how your bad theater experience goes. It starts with horny dental hygienists.
I like that I can mac without being able to make words.
Yeah.
So I like that I can do that. So anyway,
good teeth.
Yes, I got good game. So anyway,
RB3's done.
Did she numb you up first?
Yep. It was was like Little Shop of Horrors. I was like Bill Murray dancing on the chair. No, anyway, we go to see, what was the Money Heist? Was it the Ben Stiller, Eddie Murphy one?
Oh, yeah, The Heist.
Whatever it was called.
Money
Yeah,
Heist,
something like
I
that.
think it was the Money Heist.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Hotel Heist, right?
Everyone's gonna guess.
Was it
so
the
anyway.
bot heist?
Anyway, we go, and it's at the Americana at Glendale.
Yes.
We're sitting in the theater, and this is a first date, by the way. We're going to see the theater. I am sitting next to a pregnant woman and her husband. Right?
Tower Heist.
Tower Heist. There it is.
Okay.
Tower
Yes.
Heist. Oh, Schmoedown. So halfway through the movie, by the way, we're sharing and we're sitting from the balcony, so I'm putting my, like the bars there.
Yeah.
So it's floor level, but there are bars.
Yes.
So I'm putting my feet on the bars, and my leg is resting against the armrest.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think anything about it. I move a couple times, whatever. An hour into the movie, they switch places.
Okay.
And I don't know what's happening.
Right.
So I move my arm to go on the armrest, and he goes wham with his arm, with his elbow right into my arm. I was like, what the fuck? Really loud.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is your problem? He goes, you have been irritating my pregnant wife the whole time because your leg has been banging against the armrest. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that was happening. I'm so sorry. He goes, you know exactly what you were doing. She is pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and so
You told this story on Top 10
yeah,
like a long
and so
time ago.
there's a line I'm respectful to, and then when you go past the line, I mean, will eviscerate you.
Also, she's pregnant. She's not. It's not a disability.
Well, and I said to him, I said, she's got a mouth. She can talk. She could have told me I was too close. She could have said something.
Clearly, she's got a mouth.
Yeah, and I went. I was. So and the girl next to me, and my date is trying to calm me down. She's like, John, will you stop? What are you doing? And then people going shh, shh. And then he goes out. And he gets security guy comes in, and he goes, sir, there's been some issues about it. I'm like, it's these two. These two talking shit for me. And so my date's like, I'm going. Are you coming with me or not? I'm coming. I'm late. I can't stand. So we walked out. Worst theater experience ever.
Oh,
F that.
that's awesome. My worst theory. I was the pregnant lady.
Some Latino kept kicking my chair.
Hanging.
That was awesome.
That was perfect.
Okay.
All right, back to these Streamlabs.
Back to the Streamlabs.
Salma Shack, 24. Because it's Black History Month, can we spotlight a great Black History moment during the show through the entire month? First time donating.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We
Brett?
should absolutely do
Yes.
that. Well, you know what's funny though? I always think like I know that the thing that is easy to go to is to be like, oh yeah, RB3, you want to head that up, but we should all be celebrating Black History Month.
Yeah,
we should
absolutely.
all be. We should. It's not just. I mean, we should all. Yeah, I would love to do that. We absolutely should.
So what, they talking about on this show or?
Yeah, like I think he says like every day try and like just bring like, you know, something about Black history either in
for
film
sure.
or just in general, honestly.
For sure. I mean, if you want to talk about history, Oscar Micheaux was the first African-American filmmaker, also considered the first independent filmmaker back in like 1929. So
Nice.
yeah, bring film into it. There it is.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Good one, RB3.
RB3 stole mine, so okay.
Well, I will say, I couldn't have been happier when Jordan Peele won that Oscar a couple years back
Same.
as the
Oh,
first African American writer to win
Yeah,
to win
screenplay,
for
yeah,
screenplay,
original
and that's
screenplay, yeah.
crazy that we are seeing that in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sidney Poitier. That's what I would say. Sidney Poitier winning Best Actor for Lilies of the Field.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Had
him.
a crazy time to be winning.
And Into the Heat of the Night is one of the most incredible films.
I finally
ever
watched
about
that last year. It's
right?
so good.
That scene in the garden house.
Yeah. Mississippi Born.
TR, which musical artist do you think has caused more babies? Santana or Prince?
Prince.
all the way.
Prince.
Probably Santana like overseas, but in America for sure, Prince, you know.
Well, Prince never went away.
Yeah, it's true.
Lucas Shashik, the breakdown. Oh, that was the breakdown of the points. The
Yes,
Schmoebot.
thank you, Lucas.
Thank you.
Kramos about Quick and the Dead for Rocha.
Can't say
Yeah,
that name.
can't say that name, but that was the Schmoebot about what terrible franchise you would watch. And
Cat
the Nugent
lover.
with a
It's a cat
Schmoebot.
lover.
Cat lover, yes, cat lover.
Okay.
Ben Rayner with the Schmoebot about City Slickers. Rohit Kale. Hi, guys. Some Bollywood film suggestions to start by. Thank you.
Yeah.
Lunchbox, Udan, Hater, Tar Jamin Par, like Stars on the Earth, and Bahubali. I probably butchered all of those names, so I apologize for that. But thank you so much for the suggestions.
Bahubali was the one.
That's the one you
Bahubali?
said.
Mine was all about a cricket game. You forget. Anyway.
It wasn't the one with John Hamm, right?
No. Girl.
Tavishka Productions. The Super Bowl was a dirty brawl. So proud to see my Chiefs finally take the trophy home after 50 years. Now that we have seen more trailers, what is your most anticipated of 2020?
That was Brett's son, Blake, by the way.
Yeah. That was his.
Dirty brawl.
I finally
My
let him
Chiefs,
start logging in.
Dirty ball with a bunch of dirty
He's in
bras.
school. He's probably going to get in trouble. But,
Worth it for the Chiefs.
He's like this.
Most anticipated of 2020.
Bond.
Tenet.
What'd you say?
Tenet.
Tenet?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they showed a trailer for it. but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
still my most
The Nolan one, yeah.
Dune.
Yes.
I was
Dune?
I was surprised we didn't get like some kind of teaser for it, like at least online. But Dune, absolutely. Denis Villeneuve, best filmmaker alive right now.
Yeah.
I think Tenet also. I love all of these movies that are coming out that are like discussing stuff that's just gone down, like in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
I
No,
love
I'm
like
super down for
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Sheridan.
I don't know.
Anaconda. The remake with. I don't know.
Tell me movies that are coming out in 2020. I'm still trying, guys. I'll get to this.
What about you, Rocha?
Oh, Bond. It's not even a question. No Time to Die is the one that I'm number one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Because I've loved. How can I say this correctly? I've loved Daniel Craig in that role, and I've enjoyed almost all the movies for some reason.
I only saw his first one, and
Yeah.
I'm a big Bond fan, so I mean I know which one that gets a lot of crap. Spectre?
Spectre does, yeah.
Spectre?
And Quantum of Solace.
And Quantum of Solace.
Oh, they
I
both
defend
get-
Quantum. I defend Quantum of Solace more than most.
I could.
I
No
like
one
it.
asked.
Oh, that's your manager too.
Yeah.
I'll meet you both the whole fucking show. I don't care.
You're gonna miss Brett.
I'll defend Spectre. That's for
You
sure.
defend it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an old school Bond from the 60s.
I was gonna say it's the
Yeah.
60s. It's 60s
People get
Bond.
mad about that because it's 2007, 18,
Yeah.
But it's like the 60s Bond is still valuable nowadays in certain ways, and I thought it worked for that.
But they're not so bad that it wouldn't be enjoyable.
No.
Because I mean, Bond has always been a little.
You're right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Neither of them are bad movies.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
Casino Royale and Skyfall are so good.
Yeah.
Skyfall is the best Bond movie ever made.
Absolutely.
Bar none.
Is that the Adele
Have
song
you
too?
seen
Yes.
Yeah.
Moonraker?
Too many times.
I'm a GoldenEye fan myself. That's my favorite.
Oh,
Bond.
yeah.
Great video game.
The Phantom Schlong. By the way, Rocha, what did you think of the Liverpool Southampton game? Mo Salah is on fire.
He is. The Egyptian king. He's doing his thing. 4-0.
Is he like 20 years old too or something?
No, he's 27. He has
Okay.
2 kids. Oh, 25. He has 2
Okay,
kids.
gotcha.
Yeah. He's fantastic. Incredible. 1-4-0, no problem. Manchester City going down 2-0 to Tottenham. That was fantastic as well. So apparently we're 5 or 6 wins away from winning the title. That's mind-blowing to me.
That's awesome.
Do you like American football too or no?
The American soccer? Yes.
Sorry, no. I'm
We
sorry.
Kate Mulligan and cast iron Sheridan as the only parents on today's show with legitimate kids curious to know how you explained your job at SEN to your little ones.
Okay.
It is a big thing because I actually have to keep telling, is what you're watching appropriate? But I've told them what I do is not appropriate for them to watch, and I probably won't let them watch it ever. But yeah, it is something like sometimes I come home, I'm like, I'm talking in a way that I wouldn't want my children to see.
Oh, if your kids were making the jokes you were making, you would be so proud of them. Are you kidding? Your kids.
sniping from the
It's
three-point
for
line.
me, Anthony. It doesn't actually. It's not about explaining it to my kids because my kids they just know I go to work, and
Yeah.
the baby always says, "You go to work." You come back? And I'm like, yes, Mama always comes back. Mama comes back. And I loathe the day that could be a lie. I think I always come back. But
Why does your baby,
But
why does your
it's
baby
my
have an
parents.
accent?
he
I was gonna
just
say,
has a
does it
speech
sound like a
impediment.
Vietnamese
No. Well,
three
yes.
days later,
Sorry.
or
He's
wow?
Listen. We don't know who the dad is. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh.
No, he just says, you come back.
You come
back. Mama come back. You go to
You
work.
gotta come back. the snake.
It's actually my parents I have to worry about
Yeah.
finding this show.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
Same.
My dad said
Same.
to me the other day, he's like, boy, that Matt Sarah's funny. I'm like,
I had to explain DP to my mom the other day. So
Director of photography?
yeah, I should have said that. That would have been great.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Thank you for that, Anthony.
Thank you. That was very nice, Anthony.
That was good.
Ferris Muthana with the next two.
Nice,
Did we
Ferris.
just get the Wire reference? Woo!
Yes.
The Wire is the best show of all time. What
Ever.
TV shows have you watched that have struck your core? And there is a scene where Idris goes British. It is on YouTube. My favorite scene is when Iris sees a henchman. The henchman is taking notes, and Iris walks up to him and says, "Are you taking notes on a criminal conspiracy?" And the henchman is inches from shitting himself. Thank you for your time. That is true. I love The Wire.
Yeah.
Show that stuck with me is Justified with Timothy Olyphant. One of the the whole Sopranos pilot. The Justified is the best pilot of all time. It is that good. It's from Fire in the Hole, which I can't remember the author of the book.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have it for you. Graham Greene.
No, it's Graham something.
Graham Greene.
Is it Graham
I think it's
Greene?
Graham Greene.
Okay, I'll look it up.
And
But
your Schmoedown book knowledge champion.
but Justified really sticks with me, like the whole protagonist antagonist of it and how close they are. It's, really like that.
Yeah.
John.
I love The Wire too. My girlfriend made a requirement of us being together. It was the first thing. I had never seen it. And so she rewatches it 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so she
You
was
can
like,
skip the 5th season. The 5th is yeah.
I like the 5th.
The
newspapers?
That's right. Season 4. I'm telling you.
Oh, the kids?
The
The kids
kids.
is great.
The schools.
Yeah,
I thought too.
That's great.
Yeah.
The second season is the one that's interesting that people kind of check in or out on.
Yeah.
But like for me, she
Yeah, the
made a
docs.
requirement of us being together. So within our first
Elmore Leonard.
few months, we were
Oh,
watching.
Elmore Leonard, okay, well,
we
I
were
love-
watching it every day at her place in El Segundo when I'd come over for the weekend. We would just sit all Saturday and watch as many episodes. So we finished it off in like a month and a half.
I
It's
love her.
incredible.
I love her.
Incredible. So
And you know why it's so extra good? British actors. So
Yes.
many British actors, so many real people acting.
Yeah.
Snoop is real.
right.
That's Michael B. Jordan's. I don't know if it was the first thing he did, but it was
Probably
early
was. I
on. He
think
was
it was.
playing Wallace. Yeah,
Wallace?
he plays
Oh
Wallace.
gosh, his.
Yeah.
I don't want
Oh
to
my
spoil
God,
anything,
no, I
but
know.
his final
his
scene.
face
Yeah.
in that one was.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he was just
Yes.
facing
He's
it
got the
off.
greatest
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
These chicken nuggets is right.
He's feeling it.
All right, Kate, Brett, TV shows that stuck
The
with
Wire.
you? The Wire.
Wire.
Season 4 of The Wire, I don't think I've ever felt so moved. I was like, we have to go. We have to go. We have to go to
yeah.
Baltimore. My husband's like, to do what? I'm like,
Season 2 of
we got to
Fargo for
save
me.
the schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2 of the of Fargo. I watched that like 6 times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Fargo's a great series.
I recently did Breaking Bad, and that held up. I believe
sure.
Yeah, I mean, totally was really cool.
That's my next one.
I was gonna say Breaking Bad, and then most recently Watchmen. I think Watchmen really stuck the core of me. Just
I'm
as,
looking
like,
forward to the rewatch of Watchmen for
Yeah,
sure.
and after you're done watching, you could check out the Meaning Up podcast, which is the whole episode of Watchmen.
Oh, you did. You did.
Had to get it in.
Don't worry. You'll like this next super chat. So I switched over to super chat, guys. I think we got a few more Streamlabs.
Okay.
And the first super chat of the day. Shout out to the best podcast in Dough World.
Oh.
First cut.
Hey, thank you.
Nice.
That
to
was
first
from
cut on YouTube.
that was from Ivan Ikianis. David Det Muscle Holloway. What about Han coming back? Thoughts about Fast 9? We talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
Awesome. I hope that him and Jason Statham get one face to face.
Oh yeah.
Just one. And be like, dude, WTF.
Dude.
And dude, Dom, why is he in the crew now? Olympic Games U on Rogan podcast. Dan Aykroyd said he will vote Once Upon a Time like 4 months ago.
Oh, yeah, old white guy. He's okay. He's proven that.
Yeah.
Check. All right.
Check. Ben Rayner, after Endgame, has your MCU excitement gone down at all? It has for me. I'm curious if any of you are the same way.
No, not even a little bit. Why would you let it go down?
I don't know. I get what he's saying, but the Black Widow trailers have done it for me for sure. That score, like no one's really talking about the score in that trailer. I love the score. So I realize what you're saying, Ben, but the Black Widow trailers have saved me for sure.
Yeah, Spider-Man: Far From Home kind of killed it a little bit for me. But
Oh,
that's-
wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say it really depends. I feel like if you really love Tony Stark, like just saying.
I could see that.
Spoiler alert.
Well, well, it's true because of what happens in Endgame, and then like the entirety of Far From Home is about Tony Stark, in
Yeah,
his legacy.
true.
So
Yeah.
it just depends, like of how attached you were for Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Brett, what about you?
I always tend to like the ones that I have no knowledge of, and that's why the Black Widow one I'm intrigued with, because I don't, there's certain, I'm not a big comic book reader, but I know storylines in general, and that's why I like Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man, things like that. I think I'll enjoy this because I have no preconceived they better do this right,
Right. Plus we have Eternals coming later this year too. We don't know what. Talk about not knowing much about that. That's also going to be.
Oh, that was your 2020 movie that you were so excited about.
The Eternals, yes.
The Eternals, the Eternals, the Turtle, the Eternals,
Turtles.
the Turtles.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any Eternals footage yet, except for Kumail Nanjiani being ripped out of his fucking mind.
Yeah. Which you love him.
Yeah.
I mean, you're ripped, Brett.
Oh yeah.
He is ripped. Have you felt his tricep?
I told my wife about you saying that, and she goes.
Honey.
Because she's like, really, if you worked on your arms, maybe.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Sheesh. Subtly.
Yeah. No, to get my heart rate better. She said.
All right. We got a few minutes left, guys, and we've only got a few more Streamlabs, so no more for the day, guys. Thank you so much for all the donations,
everybody.
and so many Schmoebots have been awesome. Let me get through these last ones, and then we will hit the road.
Okay.
Giancarlo is back. MTS match idea. Get some Academy voters and only have new releases as the category, excluding period pieces. That is a brilliant idea.
I love it.
I'm all about it.
I like it.
Boba Fett. Hey, guys, I think in Black Widow that Taskmaster is Black Widow. When she fell off the mountain in Endgame, she still had Pym particles, and it's her who went back in time to change her something and hides as Taskmaster. Damn, dude. I wish I had
reading my journal?
we need like an ancient alien guy. It's like, whoa.
That's a good theory.
That's good. I like that though a lot.
Yeah.
Going deep.
That would make the most sense.
If it's not that, it's going to be very disappointing now.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, we had a better idea.
MCU, do you guys watch SEN Live daily? Come on. We get some good super chats in here.
Boba Fett had something to say.
Bruce Leroy. First of all, Kate and Brett, awesome. Go Huskers. Secondly, I'm having a hard time getting excited for Black Widow. Not that it won't be great, but because it should have happened 5 to 7 years ago. What do y'all think?
I don't agree with that. I know people have been upset about it coming out later and later, but I think we had to have time for Scarlett Johansson to enjoy growing into the role. And look at this: if we get Florence Pugh, David Harbour, and Rachel Weisz as part of this situation, then the timing was right to get all three of these incredible actors in here. Now, you can feel that she was hard done because she didn't get a solo film earlier. I get that. Maybe there's in your mind a little sexism involved, and I totally respect that point of view. I'm just happy we got it at all, and I'm happy we're getting such great actors to be involved in it.
Yeah, I'm glad we're seeing Black Widow one more time.
Yeah.
Like, even we saw her, unfortunately, spoiler
Good
alert,
point.
die in game, but at least we get to see her one more time and have that one more adventure.
And just like I just watched Winter Soldier the other day on Disney Plus, and just like people don't give Scarlett Johansson the credit she deserves for like how that character has come so far. She is so cold and distant in Winter Soldier when she's purely a spy and assassin to where she ended up in Endgame. Right. So I'm excited to see her be that kind of in-between person, like going back and seeing her other family that was before. They literally say in the trailer, I had another family before the Avengers, and I'm excited to see that. So I do get what they're saying.
Yes,
that,
of course.
Like ScarJo deserves her own movie and female superhero, but I'm glad, same with like casting, direction. I feel like, MCU, like you can direct your own movie now. Before they were real careful, like, oh, you got to follow these guidelines, but I get what they're saying. That was Bruce Leroy. Anthony Nugent had the lovely Schmoebot. And the last one, and it had to be him, the Phantom Schlong. Thank you for your beautiful rant story, Rocha, about the movie experience. It reminds me of the Key and Peele sketch, Andre and Megan going to the movies. Yes, absolutely. And what a perfect way to go out. John, send us out.
Well, thanks everybody for watching this live episode of SEN. It is such a joy to sit in here on Mondays and work with these incredible people like Kate Mulligan, Brett Sheridan, RB3, and the man over there, Ben Goddard, the Bagel Bandit. I love him to pieces. You all, I love you even more for tuning in and leaving in your super chats and sending in your Streamlabs. Don't forget, tomorrow, Christian Harloff is back. Enjoy the rest of your day, and always SEN it up! Woo.